When we last left off, our intrepid heroes finished their business in Minotha and went north from the city, having looted it for pretty much all it was worth, to a volcano sitting a few miles north, where they found that a succubus they had rescued from the city the last time they were there was now trapped in an ancient magic circle that had been underneath the temple's throne. Last time you were here, you took the heart of the mountain, which was a great big, extremely explosive gemstone. And having dispatched that to the Temple of Kandarn, the volcanic ruins were safe enough, unless you're a demon and wander into a magic circle that you can't see. So you bailed Astrian out of that, and have made your way along the road heading towards Port Morgue. And thus far, all has gone well indeed. The days are getting warmer as spring carries on. It's now no longer deeply uncomfortable to be Nahia, and probably Tarn as well. I imagine he's not so fond of the cold anymore these days.
Thank fucking God, Szooth can finally live again.
What? You have fucking temperature control inside your mech? You have a space heater.
He comes from Tidescale. He has a space cooler.
That could be. Yeah. You have AC, don't worry.
Indeed. Cloaks are helpful, as are dragon friends. You should
I mean,
all
luckily,
just
I
get into
don't
a
think.
cuddle pile.
I mean, luckily, I don't think souls emanate heat off of excess energy inside the golem shell. So yeah, it's probably not that hot in there.
If anything, I think I would assume just a raw soul is probably kind of cold, because like spiritual undead are usually described as being very chilly.
Wouldn't a live spirit be? Well, couldn't a live spirit potentially be warm since it's still connected to a body that is actively taking part in life? I don't know.
Maybe.
Fucking spiritual metaphysics. Anyways.
Yes. Also, yes, Kina. You can indeed do that on your way. She'll need to borrow a forge at Port Morgue when you get over there to actually fulfill you and Nahia's orders.
Sounds great.
You see how hard my order gets fulfilled? Air quotes.
Yeah, you both got fulfilled,
because
right?
It's because I have 2 decks. You guys need to get on the 2-deck train. It's really powerful.
Excuse me, I haven't been here this entire time.
I'm pretty sure that you'll, by instinct, occasionally just develop an innie.
Szooth pulls out lizard dick, then pulls out. No, I'm not actually.
just randomly flash the whole party. All right.
Just randomly pull out 2 dick slips.
I've been a kobold this entire time. I'm a lizard.
No. I overplay the Szooth biology jokes too much. Anyways.
How much did I charge you for that, Nahia? Like 40 GP?
I think we made it around 50 instead, just so that it would be masterwork enough to have enchanted in the future.
Yeah. So yeah, 50 GP for a ring Hashat, if you'd like. Astrian will inform you that she focuses best when she has a fresh supply of essence to help, focus her mind, so to speak.
Oh, God.
Oh.
How voluminous? Okay, question. How voluminous? What volume can she take?
She is a succubus. The answer is yes. There's not an upper limit here.
Is it 50 per ring?
If you want the masterwork like Nahia got, yes. Or, well, technically it's 300 SP and then 10 GP for nice rings.
So 40 gold.
Yeah. And then you
Take
can
50 for master.
and then you can put more money into it to make them nicer, which Nahia did.
So I need 8 rings. Can I get a? Do I get a discount if I order in bulk?
She is making these at cost, so no.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
Well,
not
it's
charging
just-
you guys after you just saved her life. She's just like she needs the materials for making these really nice. Alternatively, you could just not have them masterworked, and they'll still be nice, just not 300 silver pieces of nice.
I guess that's true.
Well, that's 300 GP. So, how much you need, Kina? You broke?
I mean, I'm not broke. It's just a lot for some rings.
What are these rings for again?
Wives.
Wouldn't
fingers.
you otherwise feel really left out?
No,
considering
that's
you
what-
have some high
that's
quality
why-
Minotha.
That's why I asked. I was just like, what do you mean too much for a ring? I mean, okay,
Yeah,
realistic
see,
me
Szooth knows
believes
what's
that,
up.
but adventure economy me, who just could fucking go out and get money.
Well, I guess we still haven't actually divided up all of our party loot, I suppose.
No,
Yeah.
there is a shit ton sat in party loot untapped.
There's almost 6,000 gold.
I think if there's
almost.
I think if there's going to be any adventuring party that's just like, yeah, sure, splurge on a wedding ring, it's going to be this one.
Hey, Kina.
Get it? Splurge on a wedding
How
ring.
much?
Oh,
But
God
them
damn it,
tits!
you're right. You're right. I didn't even mean it like that. You know there's cum everywhere.
Yes, the corruption.
No, my champions.
The
When they said now you
Indeed.
be twist. They said when he said you kissed, they didn't mean you cock.
All right, so I need. So
I'm sorry.
it'll be 320 gold for all those rings for 8 rings.
Actually, that's exactly what happened.
Is
Yeah.
that
Hey.
including the one for Tassie? Because you've already got an ancient
That's
Minotha
what I'm
one with
thinking.
that. Yeah, trust me.
No,
The ring
that
I
is-
had
no.
made is easily that price as equivalent.
So remove one from it. So
No,
that
no,
lowers it.
that's for 8 rings. Because I have,
9 lives.
I have. There's Yiska and Rukia and Hala and Cassidy. So that's
Yeah.
4, and I need 4 equal rings for Hashat.
Yeah,
also
gonna be
wear.
done up like a sultan.
You
Motherfucker.
mean no. Sultans don't have many rings. Those are Maharajas.
Fair.
I need to have a ring for each one of them.
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Hey, Kina.
Wait, no, I need to say this. Look, I don't try to tell you how to live your life, all right? If you're going to be having 8 wives, you need to be at the place and time where you can say, hey, I can spend that money. If too much money on a ring is enough. You don't have enough money for 8 wives.
I did that. Oh, Saris, I did that with the engagement rings.
All right.
Well, that
We're good.
Hey.
seems, if anything, like a reason to do it again.
Hey, hey. Kina,
Yes.
let's see. What is this? 2,000 silver and 10 platinum. Thunk. There you go.
What?
I'll pay for another person's wedding rings.
I'm not paying for wedding rings. I'm
She's
paying her for all the teleport fees. You know how expensive that is?
it's 5 gold a pop.
See? And all the teleporting back and
We've
forth.
done a lot of teleporting, it's true.
Yeah, so I'm paying the teleport fee. So, thunk. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Okay.
And I give like Nahia the thumbs up. I am merchant smart.
I will give the money over for the rings. Then.
All right. Astron will ask if you want the highest quality service possible. Eyebrow wiggle.
This is for my wives. So yes, and they are precious to me. So yes, I will get. I want these rings to be as nice as possible.
I'm just imagining her turning into a goddamn inflationist by trying to drain
And then
Hashat's balls. Yeah, just
oh
that
dear.
fucking Looney Tunes.
Was also pretty fucking good.
31.
Quite good.
I came out with a 37. I think a 31 is still pretty fucking sweet though.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I think the DCs just stop changing after 30.
Yeah.
There's very, very rarely a DC higher than 30. But in this case, there is no DC for crafting. It's just like the quality of what you get depends on the check.
Yeah.
In this case, these are like some of the most beautiful rings any of you have ever beheld before.
Do I need to make a Constitution check?
Well, so here's the thing. Dude,
I like this answer.
So she's gonna suck you 4 times over the journey, but she can space that out so that you're not, going to die. Just like 1 a day.
Okay.
And I'm fine.
Build that up.
He's into Kowmazon. She knows it's better to keep you alive.
Yeah, but remember, rank of exhaustion. Kina's a cow.
Yeah, exactly. Kina doesn't super care. That's true.
Kina just got up over dog aggro.
Oh,
indeed.
So yeah, as you guys are having this discussion, and Asrian is getting excited about getting to craft later on and also suck dick, you pass through the very southern tip of this great forest, and casually, as if it's nothing out of the ordinary, dragon flies over you, heading into the forest. See a great winged shape, a shadow, and look up to see a spectacularly brilliant silver body gliding through the clouds.
Is the silver anyone we recognize?
It is way up in the clouds.
Well, no. Do we know any silvers? Like, if it's the colors that.
Yeah, that would be a Lyrian dragon.
Yeah.
Silver and blue scales.
I grabbed Szooth and extend him out like a telescope and point him at the dragon.
All right, so if you spread his cheeks and look through that, and then he eats the telescope.
I was going to say, adjust my monocle, but...
Yeah, like I said, I'm pointing it. I'm literally targeting, using that to target so he can see better. I'm assisting his perception.
Oh, right, yeah, and I use a spyglass because I'm a sailor.
Lifting him up is not going to help, no. That said, yeah, if you want to, you can roll perception. All right.
Yeah, might as well.
It is a glorious, silvery, white, and blue dragon. A female by the looks of things, probably a young adult. You don't recognize her, but then again, you've no reason to. You haven't met most of the population of Lyris, or indeed anywhere else. And she seems to be heading along this route.
Fair enough.
If she even saw you all the way down here on the ground, she pays you no notice.
Fair enough.
You want to send her ascending?
I don't know them. No, it's just rude. For all I know, they're out to get groceries.
Right. Down here, up here.
I'm saying it could be anything. They could be up to literally anything. They're out to the forest. Maybe they're off for a casual encounter. Maybe they don't want random adventurers talking into their head when they're about to get their freak on.
Well, we're not sort of like ran.
Yeah, we fucking are. It's not like we know every dragon. Fucking far from it.
It just points, just A, presents August, and 2, presents the shards of Dragon Song. Presents the fact that time has changed, so Lyris is, repopulated and history changed.
Sure.
So they
We
know about
we
us.
are people of some renown among the Laurasians.
True. But, I can't imagine that everyone gives a shit or wants to be bothered while they're off doing whatever.
Well, like I said, maybe they know about us and maybe we can help them. Who knows?
But what? They could be doing literally anything. We have enough
That's
shit
what
on
I-
our plate.
That's what I said to ask. Simple.
No, just leave them do it. If they need help, someone will give them help or they'll ask for help. Goodness me.
Those are
Oh no.
charisma.
Oh
Yes,
no,
I know.
she's already reaching the I'm in retirement stage.
The first 4 were con saves, and then there was charisma checks to flirt with the demon who's sucking my dick. I'm not working out very well, though.
Yeah, even if you're not exhausted, it is hard to get your flirt on while she's already tickling your nuts with her chin.
Yeah,
It's a little redundant, It's just like, what more do you want from her?
I mean, yeah, but I
Yeah,
can't, like...
I'm joking.
Hashat can't not. I mean,
Yeah, she seems content to keep this purely professional.
That's fine.
Man, her jaw must be dislocated like a fucking snake there, like that fucking
Literally,
who was
yes.
Burger King commercial there.
Why did you say
If
the
any of
Burger
you
King
decide to go
commercial?
peep on his shot when this happens, you will indeed see some like serpentine jaw dislocation.
Oh wow,
It's
this is
very...
nostalgic.
It's kind of really distracting.
Well, no, that's fine because it's the underside. You only ever see like the top half, which is the eyes and the lips.
I have to
You never
ask
get to
her
see the jaw
afterwards
during
how
the
she
jaw
does
thing.
this. I need it for a reason. I need to know for reasons.
They're all perverted.
Yeah, DCL, if you don't remember the Burger
I mean, I'll
King
ask
snake
her
commercial,
afterwards, not while she's doing it. So
Are
she
you
can
sure
actually
with that
talk.
charisma check?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
good
try
point.
again afterwards. Like because I really do want to know how she does that.
She's a shapeshifter. She just do.
Oh, that's just
She-
cheating.
It is.
yeah,
She's a
Bob can
succubus.
do that.
That's in the same vein that she gets a D10 to her ability checks after she makes someone nut in her. That's cheating, but demon.
It's cheating, but so is most of life.
It is, indeed. And so, unperturbed by a draconic sighting and with Hashat about 2 pounds lighter than she was before, the party continues its way towards Castle Raymont. Grab some tokens.
It's big old dragon.
So-
Oh,
What was what happened with the...
It was just flying around.
There's a dragon?
yeah, yes,
I missed
it's a
that part.
dragon. It's a silver dragon from Lauricia, flying northbound here. Young one. Like, remember, we got a double crit encounter.
Szooth pulls out that flyer
Yeah.
he once got that said "Hot Dragon Singles in your area." Now he's taking it seriously.
DCL, here you go.
God.
Yeah, that's how that be.
That's well, that was something I saw, I guess.
What does that exist? I know
Gotcha.
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know what Nahia just posted, but I'm going to clear my chat log, so lost into the ether.
I can't look away.
I'm fucking dying here.
God, what a waste to do it on such a shitty burger.
No, that's the only type of burger you would do that on, because
Well,
a
that's a
good
good
one you
point.
want to taste.
Also,
I
excuse
figured
me,
that if you eat a
Scow.
burger like that, you're going to taste it again in like 20 minutes' time.
Also, excuse me, Scow. Saying that Burger King's burgers are shit is an insult to shit.
Yeah, I hear they're not great.
They are not.
I-
Holy crap!
Not good. No, They're
They're a
not the
lot-
king of burgers.
They're a lot better in the UK than they are in the US.
Yeah, but that's like every fast food place, like literally.
Yes.
Wasn't Burger King
Yes.
the one in England that had horse burgers?
Oh, that was everything.
Fair enough.
And that was mostly frozen ones. What's its name? The one with the fish guy, the fisherman. Birdseye. That's it.
Birdseye, Captain Birdseye, Admiral Birdseye.
Yeah, that was mostly them, but it was just in like all of the supply chains. Some blinker in Eastern Europe just decided to scam everyone by not selling the meat that they were supposed to.
And Sainsbury's had the most of their stock and sold it for the longest time, so that's really funny.
To be fair, I
Sainsbury's.
think horse meat's actually supposed to be better for you anyway, technically.
Yeah, it is, but it's still you
obviously not
don't
what you
want
wanted.
meats. Yeah, you don't want meats that unknown meats in your food.
Well, I mean that's just fast food.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
But I will say this. McDonald's and Burger King are fantastic in Asia.
well,
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not.
Anyway,
so yes, the party arrives in the village of Raymont.
Oh, it's
I thought you said
Stellana.
Brother Hacker. It's like, wait, what? Hack Planet?
Wait, Stellana. Which salamander was that?
The
Was that the
Forge
Forge
Lovely
Priestess?
ferret.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Stellana was very friendly in the end. Very rough start.
She did almost fireball you guys at like level 2.
Yeah,
but
that would have been bad.
It was a whole
that's
thing.
fine. You see, she was easily won over by watching me strut around in underwear.
Also by knocking her unconscious.
That,
I was about to say, is that the official story we go with?
well, no, I was charming after that.
Empirically false. You were charming all the time.
Aw.
That was Szooth, but without the voice.
Yeah,
My throat
yeah.
hurts a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Nahia is touched. Aw, shucks.
As
I
the
don't know about heroic, but I am all charm.
I don't know, from where I'm standing, you're all a bunch of heroes.
Ha, gay.
And then
There's your raspberry.
Ursula just goes over to Ceres and moves her slightly to the left. There we go.
Huh?
No, we're not.
What?
From where you're standing.
Oh,
She rolls her eyes. August chuckles. So, as the party ascends the hill towards the castle, you can see there's a fairly large crowd of people gathered out in the middle of the village. At first, you think it might just be a midday market, but soon enough you realize there's entirely too many people out here, and there is a nobleman standing just outside the castle, speaking hurriedly to the lot.
By the way,
What ho?
making sure that he guys up before,
This is their family's home.
No, but August.
Yeah, I just thought he had already sailed off to Amazon country.
Yeah.
What?
Or was that the other
That was France.
cat?
That's
Oh,
right.
right.
Yeah, no, I mean August to Gaius.
Yes.
Up.
August
and he
and
says bite me.
Astrian will both cast their disguise spells. Or actually, wait, no, August will do no such thing. He can't. He is, in fact, just stuck
right.
being an elf.
oops.
Yes, but he can pull up the cowl and
Yes,
stuff.
he pulls
The
up his
mask.
hood to biggie elf
I
ears.
could just send him.
Oh,
I could just send him back home.
Hmm. Might be for the best, actually, to have done that before we go to any settlements.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's
A
on the
little
right
late for
track,
that.
then fuck.
Well,
No, don't agree with me, Savin.
Look, it's fine. I'll just stand over here where no one's looking.
well, you just pull up the face masks thing he had because
His ears are flopping out, but whatever.
He's just gonna go stand behind a tree.
Do we need to get some blackface?
Oh
No.
God!
No.
That way he
What?
can pretend to be that way he can pretend to be an elf. Let
Well, I
everyone
mean,
else know.
All
Wait,
right,
wait.
Savin,
Wait.
this has been a good run on Twitch. I never expected Kina to be one to get us banned.
Yeah.
Plus, if anything, it would be
My money
Blueface,
was
let's face it.
definitely not on Kina, but all right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for the subscriptions over the years.
Look, it was my
see you on
prime
my new
minister
channel.
that did it. I mean, come on.
Well, your prime minister did it, so.
That doesn't make it okay.
It does. Anyway, come on.
That just explains why Kina would think it's okay. Anyway, no. August
my
will
goodness.
hit any of you that try to just put like boot polish on him. Fuck off.
oh God, that.
What ho, Lord Raymond? Please save us from this awkward conversation.
Jax looks up from the crowd, waves at you. He can clearly barely hear you over the commotion. He will step up onto a box and say, "Well, this is my friends again, always in a remarkably good timing. Please, everyone, these are the heroes of Avara." Crowd will turn and look at you curiously.
Why is it never simple?
It just never is.
Lower the
waves.
hood and flap my ear finnies out.
Actually, there used to be a curve where things were simple, but now we're here.
Guess I'll just wave at them.
We went up an upward trend and haven't gone back.
Yeah. Alright, what have we apparently turned up in time for?
Well, I don't suppose you saw the dragon flying overhead, hmm?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
indeed.
yeah.
She was very
Some
pretty.
Silver blue from Lyris? Yeah?
Yes, everyone's having themselves a bit of a freak out. Please, our friends here have been to the island of Lyris. Perhaps they could tell us all about how the dragons are nice and peaceful and have no intention of burning the village down.
Oh,
Aye.
of course.
The dragons of Lyris are knights and honourable protectors of that which is good and just in the world. No more likely to burn your village down than Lord Raymond himself.
Villagers look
that.
amongst each other and murmur. Well, what's one of them doing all the way out here?
Could be off on a quest, could be visiting relatives
just-
far away.
Looks at Nahia.
They could be doing literally anything. They're just people. And if they're heading out there, perhaps they're off on some historical thing or they're questing or whatever. Regardless of whatever it is, the worst you could possibly expect is for them to want to stop by and spend the night in a tavern in a humanoid guise.
There is a great deal more panicked whispering. You mean dragons can walk amongst us?
Please, people. Relax. Look at me. I am a kobold. A very weak and cowardly creature, and even I'm not afraid of the fact that there's a dragon nearby. If it meant any harm, they'd be very overt about it.
What I'm saying is that they're normal, so if they were walking amongst you, then it wouldn't be a big deal.
They're usually not that inconspicuous. They are very pretty though, and sometimes very cute.
No, agreed.
They usually have horns and things.
I will hug my own horns. Look, dragons are fine. They're just villagers. Don't be racists.
The villagers look between you and Jocks and will nod. They slowly begin to seem to simmer down. Good. Everyone, please just go back to your homes. There's nothing to worry about. Dragons may go where they please and have no intention of coming around here to hurt anyone. That's it. Everyone calm down. All right.
Treat them like any neighbor.
Yes. Our very large, very strong neighbors.
Historically, you have more chances of having your village destroyed by a tornado than you do a dragon attack.
As the crowd begins to disperse, Jocks will hop down off of the apple box and strut over. Speaking of large, giant neighbors, the
That's not a
actual reason I think it's a good thing you showed up, there's some kind of creature's parked itself on the other side of the valley. I don't know what it
creature?
is. I've never seen anything like it before. And it said bring the... Looks at a lot of you. Says, well, the dragons and the cow. Sorry, Hashat.
Huh.
A big creature?
Yeah, it was like a blue ogre.
Has he been making
Uh-oh.
philosophical musings?
Oh shit!
No, not that I
Oh.
know of.
Was he
Okay.
blue?
That's mostly Stellana's thing.
Oh, Stellana's around. Awesome.
Was
I-
that
You two
ogre
dating
blue?
now?
I thought he was red. Or is my memory?
It's been a while. I don't remember wholly, and he could have changed one way or the other. That's just the only ogre that I know would know us.
I can think of what it might be. We should definitely go down and see them. That said, sidebar, I didn't think Stellana was still around. Are you two dating?
Jock's cheeks flush. Yes, but also I asked her to come down because we have a temple at Kandarn up on the hill yonder. Point over the large tavern here towards that church and say, a dwarf that's run the place since I was a lad. He's getting near the end of his days, and I asked her to come up to maybe take over. You know,
That's nice.
keep your friends close.
And girlfriends closer.
Yes, just don't tell Dad.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Who's your dad, though?
The Count.
But what does he look like?
Jocks will turn around and point up to the window of the castle where you can see a catfolk who really just looks like a slightly older Jocks with paler skin is sitting in the window and gives you all a very slight nod and steps back now that the crowd is dispersed.
Oh, he doesn't get a lot of sun, does he?
Not these days, no.
Why?
Jocks will scratch the back of his head. He lost a leg doing the night thing a while ago. We spent a chunk of the fortune getting some Coven Stone potion to grow it back, but well, he's doesn't leave the house much anymore after that.
Sounds like it didn't work out very well.
The potion worked. It's just
Oh,
Jox will just
The body
tap the
was
side of his head.
the body was healed. The mind not so much.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh.
Sorry to hear as much.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's gone crazy or anything. He's just a little agoraphobic.
I think that's the one for outside. Yeah.
Understandable. We kobolds had a bad day. Agoraphobic means we like to be inside, away from others.
I'm sure there's the occasional dwarf who won't leave their mind literally ever because the sky's too big.
Yeah. And speaking of which, that's another reason I'm concerned about this large giant, because there's an ogre that did pops in, and if more ogres are going to be turning up, we gotta kind of deal with that.
Sure, not a problem. We'll take a look right now if you want to pass our best on to Stellana.
Of course. It'll take a day to get up to the hill. Do you guys want to stay the night?
Nah, just where's the hill? Just looks over.
Jox will point over there, where you can see a
Oh, that's
single
like-
large tree perched on the top.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that we
It
could
shouldn't
get there in a
take.
couple of hours.
Yeah, that shouldn't take us too long. We get around real quickly.
Speedy bastards. Well,
I-
nice to introduce me to your new friends,
Oh, of course.
ladies.
Astrid, Saris, this is Jacques Remont of gesture at the large building. This place.
Jox will
Jacques,
give
this is Saris and Astrid.
a flourished bow. A pleasure. I'm sad to hear your friends a bit too on the go to stay, and let us all get to know each other.
Oh, there'll always be a return journey.
Fair enough. All right. Oh, I can come with you if you want.
I can't imagine something that would worry your father more, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is kind of why I haven't gone yet, but, adventurers. Sure you all babysit me just fine.
It's up to you. You're an adult.
As you are saying that, Stellana will arrive out of the building and just pinch one of his ears. Oh, no, you don't. Jox will
Hey, Stilly.
grimace. Hello, everyone.
I'll give her
going
the
on
Salamander
adventures
tail
too.
high five.
Boop. Saris wiggles her hips for reasons unbeknownst to anyone but the party.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, Stellana will ear grab Jox and pull him back towards the castle. You sure we can't get you to stay the night? No. All right. Oh.
We'll be back around at nightfall. We'll handle whatever this is first.
You sure?
Yeah.
He will give you a salute and take Jox back inside.
Adorable. Too adorable.
We'll have to make sure to invite them to the wedding.
Heck yeah.
Saris
alright.
will look around. Wow, you guys are really pretty high up in the world, aren't you? Schmoozing with counts and everything.
Most
are-
of it happens that's I feel.
So I think we're honorary knights of Aruna.
Just knights.
Yeah, no, actual knights.
Oh.
Except for Tarn, I believe you actually are honorary because you couldn't afford a knighthood when you've got your current aspirations, right?
No, it's Szooth who is just the esteemed one.
Oh,
He doesn't have a knighthood.
why did you
Oh,
turn
yeah,
that down,
you're-
Szooth?
Friend.
Because modern power structures have a tendency to corrupt.
Oh, okay. some communist bullshit. I see how it is.
More accurately, what am I going to do in knighthood?
I don't know. When people see you and see that you're a knight, you have authority, and also that brings confidence, satisfaction, and safety to others who observe you.
When have I ever been a person who's wanted authority?
Well, we know most of us don't want authority. Just gonna reach out and pinch one of Saris's ears. Like, I guess it's like because she's disguised, I'm pinching over an empty space, but there's some ear there.
Yeah, you pinch like a kitty ear and there's nothing. Or actually, it's just a horn.
I pinch an empty ear space.
I'm aiming for authority, sort of. Well, I guess I'm conflicted in that now.
I'm looking for business authority, but most people who want or need authority do so for the peace of mind of others, not themselves.
I'm not sure how I'm gonna find these two family line, these two descendant lines.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, gonna take a little while to send August back home, and then we can start moving.
Oh, fine.
You should probably do that away from the village. Like a long way.
That's
We'll go halfway, and then I'll send him along.
Oh, good. I bet the dwarf living in that church will love seeing that.
I mean, where's the ogre? Over there or something? It's at the other end of the valley.
no.
Up yonder.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, so we could literally just go into the fucking forest while we're going down. Just right there. Bunch of trees. So let's go to the village. Nice, secluded. And pop, I guess, back into Ivara.
Sure.
All right.
That way at least we can get some sleep. Or rather rest.
And make the return trip back down the side of the hill. August will give you all an up nod. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've apparently got an ogre or a troll or something to see over on the other side of the valley. They asked for the dragons and the cow. So I'm not. It's someone who knows us.
No.
Let's go, DC.
Yeah. We're going to send you along back home to your wife, though, as soon as we can. Like maybe when we're in a bit more of a secluded spot, like in the forest or over here or something.
Sure, I guess. I don't like hanging out with you losers anyway.
Oh, we love you too.
I just pat.
Astrian will lean in. Are you going to send me along as well?
Sure, yeah, we can send. Yeah, sure. I'll be.
No, waiting for.
Can hop on
Right.
in.
I don't
Though
mind.
I'll give you a warning now. You might want, when the time comes, brace yourself.
Oh boy.
Just waiting for Score to pop in. Most likely,
Yeah.
they have.
I mean, we don't need to interrupt just sending August home for school.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about Astrian and stuff like that. Probably a sender with something or words. Who's right there?
I believe Scout
And
already intended or had already done that. She just got shanghaied on the way.
okay, then. And apparently her router is flashing purple.
That's really weird. Yeah, I don't
Purple?
know what that does or means.
You don't know what
Yeah,
the color of purple internet means either.
yeah, red and blue warning lights flashing same time. Not normal. Usually it's red for down, blue for find, green for searching.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can send August and Astrian back to Ivara. There's
Yeah,
the
and I have to take
customary screaming in terror as the giant hole in the earth opens up and swallows an unsuspecting individual. And then silence.
Is it bad that I take a small amount of pleasure in the first timers' screams of confusion and terror?
You think empirically, yes, but even I kind of find it a little funny. As long as they're okay. They are okay, right?
Oh yeah.
Kitty Saris watches the earthworm descend back into the ground. Says, "That's even more horrifying from the outside."
I know it's cool, right?
It's not the
Indeed.
word I would have used, but sure.
I personally agree. I have a blast every time we use it. It's like tunneling, but even faster.
There we go.
Yep.
Glad to see that Skynet decided you get to exist again.
Oh yeah, so Atrian was sent with August back to Ibarra.
Cool.
We took some sadistic joy in her terror of getting eaten by the earth.
Of course. I would have probably said be sure to pass on some ear scratches to the Borkos. Yeah, that was a weird disconnect. No idea what caused it. There's no weird weather or anything. It just shit itself and flashed purple, which I'd never seen before.
Have you properly appeased the machine spirits now?
Does spitting on it count as anointed oils?
Did you tell it was
Depending
a
on
bad
how
little
ascended you
router?
are, it might.
Oh, truly, very.
I would be utterly unsurprised if Stray's tech priest did not just spit lube at this point.
Which kind of loot? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Both.
I mean,
Yes.
when you're a tech specialist or
Both. It's
yeah,
always both.
Mechanicum, it's the same thing.
Yeah. I'm thinking that this big blue could be a giant, or related to the one we freed from the prison of time and undeath.
We didn't though.
We did, but he wasn't blue. He was white.
Not the frost giant. I don't remember doing that.
No, as in the one we did the grave thing for the burial.
The
Iona.
prince.
Yeah, princess, either of those.
You think?
Could be, or at least someone related to them tangentially. They would be the only one to know us as dragons and Mu.
And are the right colour.
Nah.
He was
We'll find
white.
out quickly.
Or she.
They.
I suppose we'll
Yeah,
find
they-
out.
Well,
Yep.
So yes, the party sets out across the farm and hill. The county of Raymont is indeed a quite picturesque little valley. There are perhaps 2 or 3 dozen small homesteads and farms along the way before you arrive at the hillside. There's a Canaanite fortress temple up on the hill, from which, even at a distance, you can hear the clangor of hammers on anvil.
God, what a frustrating place that would be to live near. Good thing it's on a hill.
And then you ascend the cliffside. And let's see. Who would actually know what this is? I guess probably just Tarnavak. Roll history for me.
Sure. Can Marek help?
In this case, no. He was dead long before this tree was planted.
Sure.
All right, 820. You hadn't quite realized this is where it was, but this is the Armistice Tree. A tree planted on the very last major engagement fought between the forces of Aruna and the Hobgoblin Imperium before the Hobgoblins officially retreated and abandoned their still technically and legally part of the Hobgoblin Imperium, Aruna. It is, while not a starwood tree, it is a quite large oak. It has been well tended to and is surrounded by various small offerings and remembrance tokens.
Ah. Yes, I expect it will be, Iona. Then, if this is where they've chosen.
Okay.
As you draw nearer the tree, you hear first the sound of string music, the gentle lilting tones of a harp carrying across the winds. And indeed, there is quite a breeze blowing now as you descend the other side of the hill towards where the tree is planted. On the reverse side are a number of old druidic standing stones fallen about here, over which have grown great bushels of vines and smaller shrub trees, but the armistice tree stands tall above the rest, swaying gently in the wind. And then you see the source of this music. An elf, certainly. She has bronze skin and red hair spilling down one shoulder, and a harp is couched gently in her lap. She sits upon one of these ancient stones, eyes closed, singing softly in a language none of you quite recognize, although I believe Hashat and probably Hashat only. You catch a word here and there. It sounds vaguely like Minothan Giantish, but certainly not the same language.
Not quite what I had anticipated, what I thought we were going to encounter.
Ah. Is the tune cheerful or mournful?
Uh, let's see. Do you play any instruments, Nahia?
Personally, no.
Okay. Then it certainly sounds on the mournful side.
Shoot.
I had no idea you could actually play the flute.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Ursula, you recognize this tune. The words you've no idea, but the tune itself is a dirge. Dwarven in origin, you're pretty sure, or at least you've heard it in dwarven holds before, when old scraggly graybeards are laid to rest in the stone.
Gonna walk around this standy stone and stand here and wait, like a distance away. If it's some dirge, I'm not gonna go interrupting. Tell you what, though, can I make a check to disbelieve an illusion? Is this just how Iona likes to look?
Yeah, you can absolutely attempt to disbelieve illusions whenever you want. It's an
Uh,
intelligence saving throw.
eh,
Yeah,
just nah, no idea.
looks real to you.
Yep. Like I got charisma and I'm strong, and that's really all I've got going for me. Any footprints that might belong to big blue people?
That is a good question, and worth a survival check.
Another skill I'm spectacular at. Well, I mean, assuming Voron helps me by looking at shit, that would be a crit.
Yep, okay. You can definitely tell that someone has tried to either step lightly or cover their tracks, but with your keen eyes, there are indeed giant-sized footprints, really all over the place, but the most recent set end right in front of that standing stone.
Hmm.
Is it like bad luck to interrupt this kind of a song?
Could well be, honestly. I don't know. Not off the top of my head. But, when it comes to dirges, I think, as far as my position is concerned, I should be showing extra diligence. So yeah, I guess I'll sit on this stone here and open up a drink and wait.
Yeah. You are content to quietly wait for the end of the song. It is a truly beautiful melody, haunting in its slow, mournful respite for the dead, but eventually it does end indeed, and the elf will set the harp down at her side and open her eyes and see the lot of you. The hint of a smile plays across her dark lips. Ah, you came. Good. I started to think you'd gotten lost.
No, no. Interesting guys you have chosen.
He smiles slightly. Well, it is the one chosen for me, but thank you nonetheless. Quite fond of it.
Fair enough.
I too am quite fond of this appearance. Yes.
Passy, rein in your horse.
Nay.
Good point.
How dare you?
The elf, however, will roll her eyes at a shot and say, So, you must be the cow who doesn't quite know where not to stick her nose.
Perhaps.
Hmm.
Depends.
Well, I come bearing a message just for you and your friends. And especially for certain little birds that have very loud mouths. Keep your
Uh-oh.
eyes to yourselves. Don't go looking where you aren't invited.
Oh, that. Okay.
Oh, is this what you were all up to while I was taking a nap?
Maybe.
Yeah, get
What?
up and rummage around in my bags, and I'm going to pull out a nice bottle of wine and a loaf of, like, probably a quite high quality ration. I'm sorry you had to come all this way to tell off my dumb friends.
If you want to leave an offering, the tree is there, and the dead need it more than I do.
I meant no offense with my. Though I suppose it would have been smarter to to send first.
Yes, most people don't take kindly to being spied on by powerful magic. Strange, that. Especially not gods.
I suppose so. You work for Valeria,
He just smiles.
or are you not the?
Well, I've delivered my message, so I will
Well,
leave you in peace, but do keep that in mind. There are forces in this world that do not appreciate even the most well-intentioned adventurers sticking their nose into private affairs.
can you pass along an apology?
Well, speak it.
I am very sorry for intruding upon your privacy. I should have behaved more appropriately and asked permission. It is my intent to find the primordials of old.
Oh. And now you're calling them old. That's just rude.
I suppose.
There is a shot around you. The wind picks up for a moment and then swirls around the party, and each of you feels as if the wind itself has given you a gentle caress, and then
Oh,
the garden goes still.
thank you very much.
That was cool.
So the wind picks up ever so slightly, just enough to push you off your feet.
She's not well taken to foolhardiness.
I suppose it would be improper not to introduce myself in this. I am Hashat Ignaskala. I was the one who conducted the scrying. I guess you could say, I am the steward of Minotha.
Yes, I know who you are. One who seeks to take the legacy of the Earth Primordial. And we have one who's looking to draw blades against a moon giant, too. Great deal of hubris amongst you. I do hope that works out.
Wait, what?
Tarnavak's quest.
Um,
I take it they're officially at odds then?
wait, your prince is a moon giant? The crown prince is a giant now?
Ursula, the giant Iona went to join with the Crown Prince.
Yeah, but you don't want to fight him. You want to fight the crown prince, right?
Part of the point of joining forces is that when someone comes to fight you, they also have to fight the person you've joined forces with. So it's less
Okay.
that I want to fight Iona and more that Iona has interjected themselves into the fight I do seek.
Oh, okay.
Which is also super rude and quite unfortunate.
Oh. I have a question. If you know a lot about the gods and stuff, right?
You're asking the elf?
Yeah.
She had her eyes closed a moment as you feel the wind kind of calm around you again. Opens them.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Though my knowledge isn't to give away. I was sent here for
Okay.
a purpose. That purpose has been completed.
Karnas, but was a god, right? I don't know
Kind of
exactly that.
blinks at you.
I don't know if they are or was. It's very weird.
Ursula, you feel the sensation of the wind itself giving you a pat on the head.
Oh no, it's dumb.
What? Karnas?
What about him?
Yeah, like she knows about him. Stuff like, who was his wife?
As I said, my knowledge is not to be given away. I was sent here for a purpose. That purpose is now concluded. The only reason I haven't just walked off to avoid these awkward questions is that would be rather rude.
Then before you leave, put one question directly to you, yourself. May we have the pleasure of your name, so we know what to call you should our paths cross again?
I am but the messenger. That is all you need know.
Oh, and received messenger. Thank you and apologies.
She stands up and turns as if to leave. Pauses and says, "Oh, you have been more cordial than I'd expected, so I suppose I will leave you with this. While some primordials may be less welcoming to intrusion, there may be one who's trapped and could use a little help. But I'm sure you'll figure that out yourselves.
I think I know.
And there may be someone who stands between God and primordial that needs a bit of killing.
So someone is holding her captive. And that giant crystal.
The elf simply gives you a deep bow, turns and takes a step. The wind picks up, and she seems to evaporate into steam.
Well, kind of weird that she played the harp and not a woodwind instrument. You'd think that she'd be spectacular at that.
Maybe she just didn't want to play into the stereotypes.
Fair. It is music.
No,
The heart lies where it wants.
A harp is better for wind, for sound like that.
I'll take your word on it on that point.
No, see, because when you blow something, the sound comes out the end, so it goes like when you blow things out of a tube. So it's very focused forward, but the harp goes all around. See? The notes carry on the wind better.
Ah, I see. I must bludgeon myself against the wall now.
Find it almost a victory how silent everyone was to that.
So yeah, I am sort of with test of this. I take it that we're just that temporarily to get their attention and keep others away.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
There are still footprints all wandering around in the area that have been hidden. It may well be that we've been observed.
I'm going to inscribe a rune on the ground. The stone secrets. On this pillar here. Let me see if there's anyone within 30 feet of me.
It's a bit disrespectful, Hashat.
It'll go away.
You just have to argue against it. It's only temporary.
I don't know if it might well be that they were the blue. Especially since they were particularly waiting on the cow and the dragons. Big air quotes.
I suppose we could always just fan out and look around.
When you air
Well, we
quote
can do
dragon,
this.
Saris huffs.
I just picked up Szooth, puts on, and tosses him up on top of Hashat. What does your kobold eye see from up there?
Alright, keep an eye of this.
Yeah, advantage on perception checks with the Eyes of Eagle.
Look to my eagle eye, see.
Roll. Oh, 15.
You see nothing out of the ordinary around you. However, as you look up, or indeed you have the common sense and survival instincts to do that once in a while, you see the shape of a dragon coming out of the big haunted forest. She's much further away this time, but you're pretty sure it's the same one, heading back south.
She's leaving.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't borrow trouble. We have enough shit going on. And there are other heroes out there.
You know, I can't help but feel you're setting yourself up for a hubristic sting around for trying to avoid a trouble that'll just come up and find us
it'll
anyways.
probably inevitably fucking find us anyway, since that keeps happening. But I can
Well,
hope.
at least it's on record.
Yeah.
Well, once we get to where at least it's been a few days. The boys have been cooking potions.
So,
What are you looking for? Assisting.
25.
what are you looking for specifically?
I want to see if there's a point at which these blue tracks lead back out from the camp.
So, as far as you can tell, the blue footprints simply spring into existence around here. They meander all around the place before approaching this pillar and disappearing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she was the big blue whatever, and that is their preferred guise as some kind of big elemental or giant or whatever.
Wait, blue footprints?
Big blues
Just-
footprints. I mean to just say big footprints. Whatever.
Well, I'm checking the footprints. Are they feet or shoe shape?
That is a good question. They are shaped, actually very much so like Tarnavak's boots. Or rather, I should say, the boots Tarnavak used to wear when you first met him, old Imperial style.
Ah,
Makes
okay.
much more sense.
Huh. Well, I guess that's done.
Yeah. The windy elemental's in a place like right around the Hobgoblin Kingdom, right?
No, that's, as far as you know, that was the last place the Earth Elemental was sighted.
Oh. Fucking, I have no idea then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have this vague memory that it was talking about the primordial wind living up in the sky castle.
I'm gonna try not to think about that part too clearly. That I'm
Was
gonna
it a
just do
storm?
the other sensible thing and shout hello very loudly into the woods. I guess in this direction.
Your voice echoes through the trees.
Give it like a minute or two before giving up. Oh, I don't have any ideas. I assume that she and the footprints are the same person. I don't know what that means by this point.
Hmm.
Not my speciality.
Well, can you? What's the word again? Ah, shit. Well, no, you're right. Probably too much stuff to do. So we're gonna have to scoot back to the village. Could actually make good time if we do a little sprint there.
Not sprinting back, jog.
Well,
Yeah.
sprint, jog, muffin tops, abs.
Fuck yourself. I work very hard to stay in shape. Despite my wife's best intentions and also apparently Sarah's.
Huh?
They tried to fatten me up too. I know what's on.
I think everyone should eat well. Just shapeshift it away if you don't like it. Yeah.
I can't shift it away.
Just a long
She's a
It's-
salamander.
I have to exercise
not
if
a
I don't
dragon.
want too much tom-tom.
Exercise is just a very slow version of shapeshifting. I don't. What do you want?
People who enjoy exercise are masochists. I do it because I must, not because it is fun. And I also do it occasionally to show off.
Saris curls one of her arms and flexes a actually quite large bicep. Exercising is fun. Come on.
Showing off is the fun part. 32.
Yeah, well, I just fucking not likely to be that. No. Still pretty decent.
Still very impressive. Strong.
She flex.
Oh. We're doing that again? Okay. We're having a flex off.
42.
Tassie just licks her
Nice.
lips. Yum.
It's
So
like,
we
what's
got a
that?
32, we got a 32, we got a 1919.
What's that?
It's
Flexing's
juicy.
going on? I want to see if I can get a couple 20.
You have you have comedy inverse biceps. They flap down.
Yeah. Look, I was, damn, that would have been negative ones. That would have been so good. Oh well.
Saris just grins at everyone. See, look how jacked you all are. Except Szooth, but that's okay. He's a kobold. He doesn't have to be.
This is
Exactly. I have my robot for that.
See,
that
when
said,
we
by
Hey,
the
Tom.
way,
finish this adventuring stuff, we should do a fitness club or something. It'll be great.
I would actually just want to run a pub.
That's like the opposite of fitness, but I mean, sure, that's fine too.
Yeah, like it's like you can drink in it for not just pub it's gonna be a bar or drink, like tavern, like for family. They can come over there, get some good food, drink, have a nice together.
Hey, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
decent thing to aspire to.
Oh, yes.
And have competitions powerlifting the most kegs of ale.
Ooh,
Oh,
if
yes.
you want,
Why would they?
if you want to start a
Why
bar,
would they have that? Why would they have that?
Oh, yes. Ursula seems to be
Encourage.
that random over-leveled NPC that is the tavern owner that the NPC,
Yeah.
the PCs
But
in the level
it's a real
on.
reasonable thing for an adventurer to aspire to when they're done is to become the next over-leveled tavern keeper.
I didn't say it was wrong aspiration. I just said how it was going to play out.
Yeah.
No, like if they want to lift stuff, they could probably do that somewhere else. This is just people going in, have a good work meal, have a nice time, talk to friends, maybe their family, have a good time,
Yes. But the thing is, as Zaris said, some people do consider exercise part of a good time. And what is there at a pub that you could use? Well, kegs of ale, just maybe even helping out the wait staff by just transporting them, just because that's what big, strong dragon ladies like doing, isn't it?
Pardon,
That's
what?
right. I would pick up this barrel right here, but I'm pretty sure that's grave goods, and that's rude. But I could if I wanted
you
to.
can do that. Well, Cyrus, you can open like the dragon's den, then, and you can do that there. I would just hire, waitresses and waiters to, fill up and get your food to you.
Me owning a pub would be kind of comical. Suppose all the different types of
Why?
lager could be my hoard.
Oh, bear dragon? Who's dragon?
That's right. Being a
Oh,
hybrid frost and fire dragon isn't enough. I should adopt my own element. I will be the world's first beer dragon. Excellent.
wait. No.
David,
Dragon
shut up.
of spirits. Dragon
don't get
of
to-
spirits.
Savin, shut up. You don't get to pretend like you're joking about that in character while you're actually doing it. You don't get to pretend like you're not doing that.
Szooth. This is perfect. You can help too. Because if you become a dragon of spirits, and you're a little spirit dragon,
God damn.
it's perfect.
I hate this.
You can make some really good wines and drinks and invent new beers and all these amazing stuff, right?
All
the
right.
primordial spirits laughs in the distance.
How about we get back and go tell everyone there's nothing to worry about again?
Do you think she was actually a dragon?
Don't know.
I mean, it seems a bit weird, convenient that there was a dragon sighting, then this person wanted to meet us, and then after she disappeared, we saw that dragon fly away.
Could
But-
well be.
Could just be a coincidence, but it seems the timing just seems a bit too good.
Well, let's just come on.
Well,
Your time.
Regardless, we were told off for being too curious.
Hey, what do you mean we? I can't do magic.
Sorry,
like
yes,
that.
all of you were told off for being too curious, actually, not me.
I was told off, and so was your bird.
That's true.
Yeah, Szooth was just over here existing. What are you talking about, all of you?
Right.
Okay,
You were there
let's
when
keep
when my baby got blended.
All right.
Let's get a nice job going.
Oh, wait, the Lorm being blood, yes. Sorry,
Not just a baby! Jesus!
The most brutal postpartum abortion there's ever been.
I was sitting here thinking this, like, wait, what? When?
That would
wait.
be. I think that would be like the end of Nahia's character arc if one of her babies got blended. I think.
Yes, that's what I was just like.
that-
Wait, what?
That's when Ascended Revenant Nahia takes the fucking space.
I was just like, holy shit! I think I would remember that. Am I that forgetful? Okay, glad.
No.
All right, I'm
It
glad.
was Voron.
Jesus.
It's Voron.
Yeah, my brain was like, oh
Yes,
wait, no, it's
the
Voron.
born baby, not the actual fetus.
Oh no! Delete us.
The one that can come back.
Oh no. No, don't even say, don't even start that shit. Don't even go down that path, Tarnavak, you son of a bitch.
Will had planned our vision.
La la la,
Christ,
brain.
let's
My
get-
brain can't
oh my
hear you.
God.
La la la.
Let's get a move on before this gets
Yes.
any worse.
All right.
Yes.
You say as if you were not the one making it worse.
The
It's
party
train time.
makes their way back over the hill as the sun is beginning to set. And there is a slight change in the landscape, or rather the landmarks, as you crest the hillside.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
There is
Ah.
a quite large
We
dragon
should've
have
said
sitting on the
something.
roof of the church.
I
Now, before
guess we're
you
gonna
all
make
groan in horror and frustration as a dragon is attacking the village, no, it is simply sitting on the roof, and though you
I'm
are
more
quite far away,
groaning-
it seems to be conversing with some dwarves outside.
We're groaning that we're gonna have to make a detour.
Yeah, again, like, determined to be like, alright, it's fine. They're not going to get involved with us. They've got their own thing going on. We're never going to
Savin.
see them. And they fucking land down here. Fuck you.
Savin, I get that I get you trying to have a whole bunch of things going on so you can have a diagenic world that seems alive and breathing, but can you just turn on the god cheat mode so we can have a straight line to our objective here?
Stop
I
rolling
mean,
Activate. Can we-
I don't know why we would detour to that.
We don't have to.
Yes, it's just a
I'm
dragon
Nick.
chilling on a forge. It's fine.
This is true. Yeah, I'm going to just keep on walking.
The
If they,
only
look
reason
in
why
our
we have
if they look in our direction, I'm going to wave politely and keep walking.
literally the only reason why we
Secondly,
have to do it. The only
Look
reason
at
why
the chest.
the only reason why we'd have to talk to the dragon is the player compulsion to see an
Right,
interesting
it's
thing and
Thomas.
want to do the
Okay.
thing.
Oh, this dragon. Oh, yes, I actually want to go and speak to this dragon.
Damn
Is
it!
this why? What dragon is this?
It's the armored dragon.
Armored dragon?
It was in my research.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
Yes.
It's,
That's a-
it's a sad bean.
Kina.
yeah.
It's a dragon form. It's a dragon with armor on.
Okay. I don't get it.
Let me scroll to the Google Doc so I can get the specific lore details.
In short, dragon armor for dragons that will transform with them from human form to dragon form and back.
Yes. Here we are. It was from Arishka. Story of a dragon who fought in the Jotun Wars. He had a very bad divorce and turned his entire horde into a suit of cold iron armor.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's a rational response.
Anyway, I put it in Discord because it's probably too big for Roll20.
I mean, he could have got on the couple's therapy, but he could have also gone on a murderous rampage. I think he chose a pretty good compromise.
Indeed, as you go up.
Also, Nahia,
Tarn
what do you?
begins telling you this story of a ancient dragon from the Jotun Wars, but Szooth at least is quite certain this is no ancient drake. This is a young adult and female to boot. But indeed, as you approach, you can see that she is wearing a suit of draconic armor. as radiant and resplendent as a suit of Loresian plate can be, but sized up to that of a dragon. Drake lifts her head up as the lot of you cross the river and begin hiking up the hill. Several dwarves will stop what they are doing at the forge and peer over the battlements to watch her party approach. And indeed, when Nahia waves, the dragon will up-nod slightly.
Once we get reasonably close, I'm going to break my disguise self. Just shake cape and reveal my draconic aspect.
You see the dragon's eyebrows arch. Indeed, and several of the dwarves look between themselves like, what the fuck? So, as you approach, the dragon will finally speak, that you're close enough not to be shouting. Hello. Oh, you have many dragons. Wow. Interesting. I didn't expect to see Ken out here.
Hail. I did not expect to encounter another either. We're quite far from your home.
Well, that I am, but a questing knight must go questing, mustn't she?
There is truth in that. What quests brings you to these parts?
Oh, well, this one's quite stereotypical, you might say, so stop me if you've heard this one before, but I hear there's a lake out in the middle of the forest where a beautiful nymph will hand out magic swords. I went to go investigate, but she will raise up onto her hindquarters and display her enormous, solid, cold steel breastplate, which has a quite large rent all the way through the middle now, and you can see there's still some blood clinging to it from a freshly sealed wound. The locals of the forest are actually quite violent.
Shot like looks aside and mutters to herself, "No kidding."
Oh, your horns!
Oh.
You must have seen the Queen of Winter.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
yes. Forest is teeming with her minions. Really quite bothersome.
Was it one of them that injured you so?
Indeed. Well, 'twasn't a serious injury, but as you can see, my armor is somewhat damaged. Luckily,
Do
there was
you
a Temple
need
of
that
Kandar right
repaired?
nearby.
Oh, I guess they have it handled.
I forgive me that I ask, but there's only one armored dragon I have heard of. Are you a relation of the Ironclad?
Oh, yes, indeed. Some of my fellows call me the young Ironclad, in fact. That's my father. Well, stepfather, really, but who's counting?
Just break into a big smile. Really? I
I didn't
I
know
did
his
not
story
hear
was...
he had remarried.
Indeed, and I didn't know his story was so widespread. I thought he was only really known on Lyris. But yes, my mother was very badly injured when I was just an egg, and he dispatched the brutes that had hurt her and took us in, and, well, we've been with him ever since. Well, Mother has. Now I'm off adventuring, too. Oh, thank you for the healing, by the way. I'm mostly fine now. I can lay on hands myself, but the thought's appreciated.
Oh, it's nothing.
Dragon wags its tail.
Oh, damn it,
So
she's too
quiet here because
adorable.
I know I'm so quiet here because I don't know what to say, but she's so cute.
Well, I think the reason why Hashat, didn't you do like research about Faye after like she kicked our asses?
Yeah, I remember that being a thing.
Well, I not say your stepfather's story is well known. I only know it because I am a scholar and seeker of such laws. I'm called Tarnavak, and I'll bow to her.
Ah, a pleasure. I'm Lepresia. I would shake your hand, but in this form I think I might crush it, and I'm not sure this breastplate will transform while injured.
Aye.
So,
Best not to risk it.
settle for a claw shake? She'll extend one finger with an enormous sword-sized claw.
Oh, shake.
It is very cold.
Ain't she is a frost dragon? It's
Your hand burns for a moment, but you are tough enough to suppress it.
Just too precious.
Uh,
Nahia is gonna offer her some scale rubs behind the jawline. That looks like that would be the choicest place to get like scritchies if you're a dragon.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't think that's appropriate when we just met.
just trying to get Ceres to like young dragon and young dragons. Well, we haven't talked to anyone in too long.
Don't make me pick you up and introduce you myself.
Ceres will do a big
It'll be
hop
very embarrassing.
and drop her shoulders. Oh, fine. Hi, I'm Ceres, Iroka. Dragon tilts her head curiously. Oh, just GM.
Oh no!
Just eat Ceres. Rip. Aha, I've gained your powers. Unfortunately, your powers are being bad at dice rolling.
That nerd.
Lepresia, well, yeah, she'll cocks her head. Iroka? Wasn't that the royal family's name? Well, I didn't realize they'd had any descendants. Yeah, descendants, right. Ceres will extend a hand,
Not this.
shake claw. I'd shift up to meet you, but I'm kind of in the same boat, transformation-wise. Oh no. Well, I wouldn't ask a lady to remove her armor. Ceres will glance around. Yeah, right, yeah, that's the problem. Anyway, Tarn, you were talking to the nice lady. Ceres will slink back out of sight.
nice. Don't let me dominate a conversation. You. If you can speak to her as well, Ceres.
Ceres, she'll look like you traitor. As you are speaking, several dwarves are beginning to climb up the breastplate itself to try and get at the giant gash. Apresia will give an awkward laugh and, I guess, lay herself out on her side so they aren't having to physically scale the mountain. Well, this is awkward.
Well, just flex my wings and say, would you like some help removing that for them? I've quite some experience in plate, even if not on a full draconic form.
Well, I suppose if it's another night, that should be fine. Please just be careful. Some of the straps are a little tense.
I'm something of a blacksmith myself. I could assist as well.
Oh, well, the more the merrier, I suppose.
Plus, as far as size goes, I think it'll be a bit easier for me to assist.
Apresia will playfully cover the ears of the nearest dwarf and say, "Don't listen to her. You're all the perfect size for what you do."
I'm unfortunately useless, so I'm gonna go down to town and make sure that no one's panicking about the dragon in their presence. Not that they should panic, you are adorable.
Oh, and I'm sure you're not useless, but that sounds like a good idea.
And I'll do the route back into town and wave each domicile like, no, it's cool. She's just come to have her armor repaired. Yes, dragons do need to do that occasionally. She does at least. Also, she's adorable. Then move on. Add rinse and repeat all the way back into town again.
As you're getting close to the bridge, you bump into Stellana, who is hoofing it over the bridge, getting her armor on and dragging her smithing box with her.
There we go.
Yep, they've already started repairs. Have fun.
Damn it! Never gonna get to fix a dragon's armor.
More the merrier.
Indeed.
If I had a means to get her there quickly, I would.
You can actually help carry the stuff.
Huh? I mean, she doesn't need help lifting things. I was just like, oh, do I have Dimension Door? No. All right, have fun. Good luck. I'll continue telling people not to panic.
Do I have a spell that can handle this situation? No.
I don't.
I don't need to do anything.
All right, continue doing normal mundane
The
shit.
wizard's conundrum. Can I solve this
Yes.
problem immediately? No. All right. I'm out of ideas and I've tried nothing. Anyway, so yes, Stellana will arrive after a few minutes to help out. Shot, if you want to roll a Smith's Tools check.
Probably going to be an assisted one.
It does get higher damage per outcasting. So we're taking the armor off, right?
Well, Tarn is taking the armor off.
Okay.
He is a big, strong
Well,
dragon.
once it's set and once it's ready to be worked on, Hashat and Valera will do that thing that they did with the big golem thing. Well, Valera will hold on to a heat metal spell while Hashat works her hammer.
Yeah, makes sense. And indeed, once the armor itself is off, we just move her out of the way.
So you want a blacksmithing check?
Yep.
I guess it'll have assistance from all the other smiths around. Woo!
Okay.
Well done. Oh, she is too precious.
Oh, she is so cute.
Oh,
that girl needs a hug.
That was a proper 20. That was a 20 when we needed it most.
Yep, to impress an adorable child.
Not even to impress her, just to give her what she deserves.
Also true.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry,
you are able
32?
to spend really just a couple of minutes smithing this back together. With a big old heat metal spell and a Salamander's assistance, you were able to heat the metal sufficiently to bind it back. Unfortunately, quite a bit of material was wrenched out of the armor itself, and you'll have to patch it up with just normal steel from the forge, but she assures you that's perfectly fine given the circumstances.
We don't have any cold iron on us, I believe. That's unfortunate.
That's okay. I'm just thankful to have my armor repaired.
Wait. Question: did we get rid of those giant, old,
Yes.
decorated gold irons? Okay.
Yeah, if you look over at Tarn's sword, you'll see where all of our cold iron went.
No, the giant decorative swords. Remember?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no,
The
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that couldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, this sword was just from Archelon's stash.
Ooh, fair enough.
When you
Yeah.
guys start
we
talking about
we did
missing
like
cold
cold
iron
iron.
swords, the Prija will snap her fingers. Oh, you're the knights that helped save the princess's spirit, aren't you?
Yeah. That
I'm
was
sorry I
us.
didn't recognize you. I was off the island at the time.
Well, we have changed a mite since then.
Yes, so I can
It
see. I
just looks at Tarnavak.
didn't know half of you were dragons. Or close enough.
Besides, we're not in the business of bragging when not needed. Everybody's simply trying to do their part to make the world a little better place.
Humility is indeed a virtue. But thank you for doing such a good job with my armor, by the way. This is tremendous work.
Oh, you're welcome. My wife taught me how to do it.
Your wife must be an exceptional smith.
She is pretty great.
Well, if she's ever in need of occupation, I'm sure the kings of Lyris would be more than happy to employ her. I would extend the offer to you as well, but, well, heroes don't need jobs.
Well, I appreciate it.
I appreciate your help. Anyway, I have taken up far too much of your time already. I should get back to questing. Perhaps this time a dragon-sized squirrel will not wrench my breastplate open.
Before...
Did you say dragon-sized squirrel?
Yes. Like I said, the queen's minions are all over the forest.
I need a second.
It wielded a sword made of pure ice. I thought I would be immune, but I suppose my armor is not.
Alright, I think we're not. I think Savin's banned from playing Elden Ring now. I know exactly what the character you're fucking referencing. The boss.
I'm not actually. I haven't seen like any bosses from Elden Ring.
Oh,
This is a Scout
that's
joke.
even more terrifying.
It is 100% up and down just a joke out of my campaign. Don't you dare
Okay.
spoil anything about any Elden Ring shit. I've managed to avoid perfectly being presented with any of it.
Anyway.
I was, yeah, but Hashat,
Yes?
you know more. Yeah, the research that you did about the pay and the rules of it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything? Out of character, it's if you don't remember, it's one of the rules, but don't bring metal into the forest, especially cold iron.
Was that one of the rules?
Yeah.
Let me think. Was it?
No, Savin, mute
I'm asking
himself.
Savin.
Did I mute myself? No, I'm not muted. What do you want?
We can hear you now. If you were saying anything before, we didn't hear you.
No, I wasn't saying shit. It's your
Oh.
responsibility to remember the rules. I want to look them up. Also, I am busy giving Laprecia a character sheet.
Oh, she has a character sheet.
Well, good luck scrolling to that, Kina.
There we go. I just found it. Make copy. Message link. Paste. There you go.
Ah,
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yes.
oh, yeah, that was the mistake. You was bringing the cold iron into their domain. Apparently, they hate that a lot,
Yeah, that tends to be the lore. Don't know
like a
why,
lot, a
though.
lot.
I wonder why.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Actually,
I
real quick, out of character. Never mind. I'll Google.
well, I appreciate the warning, but there's not much I can do about it. I suppose I'll
Also,
just have to be careful.
don't speak any language to them that's not Sylvan.
Wait. You were going there to get a weapon?
That's correct. I'd heard there
Like,
was a
what kind of
magical
weapon?
sword.
Oh,
In a lake, yes?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Would it happen to be known as the Lockblade?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, right, that thing. We heard about that.
You might not believe me,
but that's
but
not.
I encountered some sort of strange, illusory dreamscape not all that long ago, where a terrible monster tried to slay me, but in the end I pulled a sword from the midst of a strange mystical lake in my, I suppose, dream, and at the end, well, I found myself strangely called to this forest.
Oh. Okay, so it's just a sword, because I have a spare magical weapon, but it's a hammer, though.
Well, there are many magical
I just
weapons.
showed. What's that? Tide hammer?
Tide Splitter.
Yeah, tide splitter.
That's a lovely hammer. Um, hmm, those are interesting runes indeed. Well, where did you find such a thing?
In Dal Minotha.
Yes, as Hashat said, that was indeed in Minotha.
I see. Well, I was under the impression that kingdom had been lost for some time, but I suppose all secrets are found eventually.
Hey, Hashat, I think that's all the explanation is on you then.
She's about right anyway.
Don't feel compelled on my account.
Well, it's a friendly, discussion about very interesting things of, historical info.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm not much of a scholar myself, though I understand the last known scion of the Iroka line was quite the author. The Preja will kind of glance past Tarn towards Saris. Yeah, she really loved her books. I'm sorry, have I said something to offend you, miss? I don't... Do you not like me for some reason? Have I done something wrong? Saris's cheeks will flush. No, It's me, not you. Just not used to talking to other dragons.
I just look at Sarah and says, she's not descended from the Roca line. She is Saris
God damn it, you
Aroka.
fucking narc. Preja will cock her
You
head.
book nerd.
That can't be right. The royal family died out ages ago.
Some deaths are exaggerations or mistakes. There are many ways one can be lost while still not slain.
That's philosophically deep, but if you really are the Sarah Siroka, then I'm shocked we haven't heard of your return. I was just on Lyris not long ago, and no one had said a word.
That's because nobody really knows it yet. So don't go and tell everybody, but I gently pat on the side. You're the first one.
Wow, what an honor. It is a pleasure to meet you. I suppose I shouldn't call you my queen. We just have a king now, but Lady Saris? I don't know why you haven't told the rest of the dragons, but I'm sure Lady Senatre would love to know that you're back, if she doesn't already. Yeah, we're getting there. Just slowly but surely. Preja squints. It seems that you would favor a slow approach, if I'm not mistaken. Might I ask why? No offense, but no? Preja just sighs. I suppose that's fair enough. I shan't poke my nose into royal business. But it truly is an honor to meet you. I've read several of your books. Well, one of your books and a half, but close enough to two. It's really quite enlightening. I didn't know so much about the Jotun War. My father never spoke much of it. But now I see why I made you uncomfortable. Well, I have my armor now, so I should return to my quest. Sarah
There
looks
is.
down. Go ahead, Tarn.
I feel a little selfish keeping you for this question, but the reason I heard of your father was I sought to know whether it was even possible for a dragon to be armored. Now we have seen it in person. I would ask your and through proxy his permission to have such a suit prepared in its image.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. In fact, if you'd like to return to Lyris at some point, we can certainly show you the designs themselves. They're quite complex, but we have smiths who could replicate it if you have enough cold iron. Or I suppose you'd probably be happy enough with normal steel.
I have something particular in mind, but thank you. If I can find the material, well, before long, I'm sure we will have cause to return to Lyris regardless. I hope perhaps we can meet there and with less royal business making things awkward.
Yes, I'd like that quite a bit. And don't worry about taking the design if you have something similar in mind. Just don't go calling yourself the third Ironclad.
I have been known as the Unbreakable. It is
That's
a
a good
name I
one.
intend to keep.
I like that. Well, indeed. If you ever have cause to return to Lyris, we shall all welcome you with open arms, and I will try my best to drag Father out of his very, very cranky old shell. But yes, I shall be off. It was lovely meeting all of you. And I hope we have a chance to meet in more pleasant times, Lady Saris. Gives the princess a bow, who will return it. Like I said, it's not you, it's me. It was nice meeting you too, Lady Lucretia. White Dragon will smile, take a few steps back, and shift up to her full majesty. Goodbye, friends. Wish me luck.
Goodbye, dragon.
Give her a salute and then a just more relaxed and friendly wave. Goodbye.
Throws her head back,
Be
gives
careful.
a draconic roar, and kicks up and off towards the forest.
We'll be fine so long as dragons like her exist.
Well, now she knows the rules because
She is still, in fact, wearing a bunch of cold iron and going into the forest, but now she is aware of the rules.
well, yeah, we can't force her to do that. But these are the rules. This is what you should do. Shouldn't do. Do with that what you want.
Given her forewarning, it's all you can really be expected to do.
And she's a bit away. I'll just place a hand on Saris's shoulder and then offer her a full-on hug.
She will definitely take that. Oh, I feel shitty. I made her feel shitty. Mm.
Oh. Is it because of the transformation that's making you feel so awkward about it?
Yeah. Like, I'm not really a dragon if I can't show it, you know? Besides, I've been out of touch for 1,000 years now. And she still treated me like royalty. Do I really deserve that? I don't know.
I mean, when you think about it, most royalty don't even deserve their position.
Well, that's not true.
God damn it, Szooth, you little anti-disestablishmentarianist dickhole.
There's enough truth to it, at least in the modern world, whereas there's a great deal of laziness and entitlement. No,
Perhaps things should get back to what I suppose the Prisha's familiar with royalty who act as first knights.
aye. The royals themselves, at least in this land, they seem to have it. The lower ranked nobles, less so, but aye. Regardless of that, though, you do still deserve respect. You are a good and brave woman. You are bloody clever. And most of all, you're having these sorts of thoughts as to whether you do. You are able to reflect on yourself, and that's the first step to bettering yourself. You don't just have your head so far up your arse, you're speaking in farts.
I was about to say how wise and consoling you were, but that's gross.
I mean, he speaks truth. Even if the absolute worst case is true, and you're not fit to be royalty at all, it means you can still grow into the position. I very much doubt you'll become any kind of a leader or person who will try to do harm in the world.
Well, I certainly hope not. Also, hopefully, I won't ever have to be a leader. Seems like with grandmother back, a mortal goddess, I'm kind of out of a future job. But that's more my speed anyway. I prefer writing to fighting and ruling. Ah, well. Shakes her head, squeezes Tarn again, and then picks up Szooth and gives him a little nose boop.
Well, if you want a project, you could always take this scroll back up and update it.
Which one are you holding up?
The genealogy of the primordials. Or this one, the one with about the royal family's bloodline, because that I need help with.
Well, I'm happy to help. We'll need to find a place to start, though. Well,
Yeah.
next time we have some downtime, I can try and find a library and figure out where these last two princes ended up. The primordial one might be a bit harder to figure out, given that they're, so secretive.
Well, you did it once before. So there is quite a large gap, though.
And at least back then, you could just talk to the primordial's children. I'll figure out something to do with myself regardless. Who knows? Maybe Senetraya will just lock me away in a tower somewhere like a proper princess.
I've got an.
Wait, so a tower for this form with books, or for a dragon with books?
If I was in my dragon form, I could just fly out, so presumably this one?
But then you just turn into a dragon and fly away.
Sarah just scrunches up her lips. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Tail and ears all droop.
No, that means like we're going to cemetery. Yeah, she's gonna go boop. There we go, and then you're fixed, and then you can be all like big and blue. Well, bigger and blue.
Yeah, that's definitely what she's gonna do. Yep, I'm sure that's definitely what grandmother is going to do, and she's going to fix whatever is wrong with me, and I can get on with my life. And then surely go breathe fire on a bunch of evil hobgoblins for Tarn. That'll be a nice warm up. I made a joke.
All right. We've kept Nahia waiting long enough. We should get a move on.
Well, it's nighttime, so we were gonna stay here tonight and then get going in the morning.
Aye, but let's not impose on the priests for hospitality.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about Raymond. He told us to stay the night. He said
Yeah,
he's gonna stay the night.
we at least have to actually get back to the castle for that.
Oh yeah. Just can't help still wanna with their stuff, so we can't actually speedy
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Sylvana never got to experience the speedy movement stuff.
I don't know if you had it at that point or not.
Definitely not.
Mm.
Okay.
Wait, who never got to experience it?
Stellana.
Oh, that was a completely different name. I thought you said Sylvanas. So I was just like, is her name Windrunner?
Yes, indeed.
No, this is
I knew this
no
was
Even I'm a
Savin's
better
stuff is
storyteller
so
than that.
much
Fuck.
better than Warlock. Yeah.
Nobody's got. You can't find anybody to give it any credit anymore. Anyways,
Yeah, so she's getting to experience the Bear Express. So we just Neon all the way there. So, and here we are. Castle Fremont.
Mm-hmm. It takes just a couple of minutes for you to return to the castle, where you find Nahia and Jox are already enjoying a drink by the fireplace.
Nahi is like full on just like lying down at the fire, staring into it.
Yeah. Ah, there you are, everyone.
Getting
It's starting to starve to death, but now we're all here. And that surely was a dragon covered in armor. Wow.
yeah, she was a real sweetheart.
Well, most dragons are. Speaking of which, your tan cat girl seems to have become a dragon. Is that alarming at all, or?
Or which?
Saris glances around.
Oh,
Oops, I ran out of spell
There's
slots.
guys.
Oh, right.
Hello,
yeah,
I'm
no worries.
also a dragon. Chucks just chuckles. Well, I guess you did say dragons walk amongst us. Oh, it's an honor to meet
Just
you.
Will Smith presents Cyrus is like, and she's freaking cute as well.
Agreed.
That is undeniable. Ow. And yes, indeed.
There's, you're looking a little bit mopular. Something up?
Hmm. No, it's fine. I just
Okay.
made the other dragon feel kind of bad, I think.
Aw. I'm sure neither of you meant it.
No, when I get my dragon form back, I will be sure to give her a big dragon hug.
Yeah, good. Well, there's fire and drink and apparently soon food, so that's nice.
Yes, let's dig in. Jocks will summon the servants who
I
will
guess.
bring out a spread of delicious, delicious smoked meats and fresh fruit. And tasty, tasty bread right out of the oven.
I like halfway
Unless
tempted to gorge, but I will eat a polite and correct amount of food very pointedly.
Like Ursula has been burning calories left, right, center.
Don't burn off too much from your centers. They're great though.
Does this mean that Szooth, now that he's been using the mech, comes out and has a pudge?
No, it was like how much she's been losing. It's literally she's like, oh, food. Nom 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 nom. That was a wild boar.
horrifying.
Obelix is the greatest.
Poor Nahia must be so jealous.
Of what, they're eating?
Yes, the amount of food Ursula's packing away.
Nah.
We know you. Nahia has inner fat ass instincts. We know.
She eats like a minotaur.
Look, everyone knows it's not that Nahi wants to eat lots of food normally. She has a sweet tooth. It's 100% down to a sweet tooth.
Just sends a note to Ray. Just give a small note to Ray and says, bring cake for Naya.
No.
All right. By the time dinner is finished, there is indeed a freshly baked cake being brought out with little bits of sweet fruit in it.
Oh, how nice. Raymond, this is all so very kind of you.
Yes, thank you.
And my friends, after all, and besides, of all this fruit from the Druid Circle up the road, it'd be a shame not to use it.
Oh, to
It may
pass
grow
along
out of
our best to
season,
them.
but it will spoil nonetheless if we don't.
There's a druid circle up the road?
Yes, just
Blimey.
across the bay. Yeah. I say up the road. There used to be a road there, but the forest has overgrown
I
it the
know who
last
you're
few
talking
years.
about. Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Stellana will give you the big slice, Nahia.
We'll put you up to this.
What? Nobody. I just remember you have a sweet tooth.
Ah, shucks. Thank you. And yeah, she'll consume as big slice. No,
Jackson and Stellana both give Ursula a thumbs up.
Yeah. Delicious cake.
Indeed, it is very good. One would almost think you're trying to fatten me up, but that would be crazy.
Nonsense.
I mean,
we just want to
yeah,
make sure
it's
everyone
not- it's
has
not-
the energy for their next exciting quests.
Indeed, indeed.
Don't worry, Naya. You have to have actual weight on you to burn off to begin with.
Wait,
Otherwise,
is that
it
what-
becomes just.
Wait, is that what happened? Do most kobolds just store away their food and fear survival instinct to hoard it away? But the squarebold was the one kobold that ate 3 square meals a day and just fucking got jacked.
Why do you
No, I
think
just
it's
figured that
called-
that's
why
the
do you
reason
think
why kobold tails are a delicacy, is because all the food they eat goes right to their tail.
No, DCL, don't you see? One, that was a really cool thing. Two, the reason he was a cubot is because he literally ate 3 square meals.
Oh my god! Why today? Why are you so rapid?
But yeah, that's the reason why kobold tastes are a delicacy, because the fat got marbled in there. So you're literally carrying around a fucking piece of wagyu for a tail.
Yep. It's the only thing of nutritional value on the kobold.
Wagyu bowl tails? Yes, that's it.
Really,
No, it's-
evolution worked in their disadvantage there because they started getting eaten all the more.
But
Hence
don't you
the-
know the best? You got the regional types of tail as well. Remember, you got the Masayaki, and then you got the Kobo tail, Kobo beef.
Okay. No, sorry, I got distracted thinking of the square bowl.
Kobo beef.
How dark the timeline could be with one small alteration.
Well, obviously, it's not the same though. If that timeline is dark to like kobold farming, and that's because then it wouldn't have like the exercise necessary.
Yeah.
But that's why Szooth drinks so much. You know, beer and eats fatty meats. He drinks he gets massaged, he gets cuddled, he gets carried, so that the fat just all the calories go to that tail.
I mean, it is true. Szooth can drink like a sailor. He just never gets drunk, and it takes an entire like smoke bush before he even gets remotely high.
Is there a difference
Yeah,
between
don't you see-
farm-raised kobolds and grass-fed wild kobolds?
Grass-fed, wild,
It's called
adventuring kobold.
adventure grade. Yeah, adventure grade kobold is the sweetest treat.
You put their level on the side, and the higher the level, the more tasty they are.
Yeah, it's even better than if you think about it. You got the venture bold, you got the beer fed, the bread fed, the grass fed.
Red Fred and Richard Bowls.
No.
And
You
this
gotta
is so
grass.
fucking
You
cool
gotta
and-
you gotta grass feed them first, and then finish them on bread.
The kobolds are like cows. They're adorable and actually super sociable, and we would totally be chill with them if they weren't so delicious.
This is some fucking Stellaris bread to be delicious trait.
Why were you bred to be so cute and delicious?
But that's the best part. It's a renewable source, remember? Because the tails will grow back.
You know, that's true. You could transform that into a very humane farming source.
Would it be humane?
No.
I mean, if you only did the tills, and you took care of the kobold.
Yeah, but they eject their tails as a fear response, right?
I mean, you'd have to.
There
probably
would be
breed
a
that
farm
out.
raised on Terra, yeah.
I mean, but they're also kobolds. They constantly fear terror.
See, but no, that's the thing. They know that one day the tail will come off, which, okay, they all know, they just don't know when. So they just keep, fattening it up, modeling that, make it nice, soft and tender.
Also, I don't see why
That
you
just
couldn't just.
sounds like giving them an anxiety attack every day.
I mean, honestly, I don't see why you couldn't
Brutal.
just find a way to cut off the tail. Obviously, if it's meant to be detached, the nerves are loose on it, so you could probably find a way to cut it off clean and efficiently. We clip nails and tails and things off of animals all the time. They don't make too much of a fuss, provided that we're not cutting anything too vital.
Uh,
That's why I put that asterisk in there.
Well, I will say this, it can be done painless local.
And at least with a Kobold tail, it
Probably
grows
old.
back.
Yeah,
You could
and the
probably get.
kobolds are taken care of. They have a
It
nice
wouldn't.
life. They're loved.
It's not perfect, but it would. It's way like anything we do now in normal society is like not nearly as is comparable. Is what I was trying to say. Doesn't make it right, but it makes it not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, they can also, hey, they make money on it, so they
Well,
get paid. It's not like slave labor.
Well, that depends on if kobolds are cute, adorable pets that just have a food source, or if they're actually citizens. In this world, they would have to be actually citizens, as we already know that they have personhood. Okay, this side conversation aside, I've sidetracked too hard. Putting it back to the tower. What's up?
Just Nahia and Stellana having a heart-to-heart out on the porch. I guess Stellana is saying that she's hooked up with a cat boy, just like Nahia's got a cat girl. Forge priest leans up on the railing of the balcony and says, "How do you make it work in your head, having a cat folk, being in love with one?"
You mean as far as the age difference portion is concerned?
Yeah, I was a novice priest before Jack was even born, and I know I'm gonna outlive him by centuries.
Yeah, I mean, in my case, like I'm younger than Cleona. People never seem to believe my age. I'm 23.
Most people don't know how salamanders age. I
True.
think that also makes me old enough to be your mom, which is kind of weird.
Oh well, very hot mom at least.
Well, be careful. Sounds like you've got enough wives to manage already.
This is true.
That's why she's looking for a mommy. But
Stellana closes the door.
Sorry.
Liet.
Look, before I got involved in all of the madness I've gotten involved in here, I was a Mithrin priestess in the Paladin. I grew up surrounded by the idea of family and love and home and hearth and all of that as the concepts for, being together and being happy. And in a lot of cases as well, you would see people who are worried that the time they would have together would not be especially long, be it due to anything really from race to sickness itself. It's a hard thing for people to wrap their minds around. The idea that someone they love might not be there anymore. But that's part of it. Such an effort would still have made a family happen. Just because it doesn't get to last for as long doesn't make a love any less real.
Yeah, I get that. I do, but I guess I've got the luxury of still deciding compared to you, but how do you know that you're gonna outlive your children?
Well, I know that I'll outlive a number of my children, but I won't outlive my families.
Do you mean like becoming a eternal grandma to the lineage?
Uh, that's one way to put it, I suppose. More that I would still always be carrying them with me.
Oh, you mean
And I
memories, right?
Yeah, although I suppose the eternal grandma pot is also very nice and sweet. But I'm not sure many children want to hang out with great 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 grandgram.
Well, if you're an awesome legendary adventurer, I bet a lot of them would.
No, true, true. Oh god, I don't want to think about that part. Like, the reality is that I do worry about all of these things. I worry about my future and my children. I've gotten involved in a whole bunch of absurd god and dragon nonsense. We've stepped into places frozen in time and broken all manner of rules that most people don't even know exist. The scale for what is out there in the world is such a huge and absurd thing that I don't know. It's unfair for me to use the line I don't have the luxury, but I guess I don't have the luxury to let the potentially depressing parts of a relationship settle in. I would rather focus on the parts that the enjoyable ones, the being in love, the wanting to be with them, the children, and all of that. Who
So,
knows when it could all end for any of us? And it's all well and good that unmolested we will live for a very long time, but there's never a guarantee of that.
yes, that's true. So, if you could take it back, you wouldn't? You,
God,
you're happy
no. No, I'm so astoundingly proud of my first child already, Marie. And she is strong and smart and powerful, and I mean, she's a hornet. And isn't guaranteed to live a massively long time, although she's been in a salamander that will buy her more years than one who was born of cat stock, but you can't be a parent if you're worrying about your child's mortality beyond the immediate. You should be a parent because you want them to grow and to be happy and have families and fall in love and become old themselves, even if you don't get that same luxury.
I guess you're right. I've been looking at this the wrong way. Yes,
Oh, don't you worry about it. Lots of people do that because that's when you know you've got a good thing going and you're just looking for an excuse to be concerned because you're unused to things being so successful and so happy without the concept of being guilty about something.
ow, right in my truth. How dare you?
Mm, I've already been told off about it myself. And again, I'm also way younger than you, so it's kind of unfair that no one's had this talk with you.
Uh, I've. Please don't laugh, but I've never been in a real relationship before.
Ah. No, I mean, I wouldn't. Looking for the wrong person if you're looking for someone to laugh at that. I think that's adorable.
Thanks. Uh, I don't know. I'm worrying myself up into a pretzel over this. And
Uh,
just thanks, I
probably.
guess.
Oh, come on. I mean, hey, I may be working in the era of Morrigan's faith, but I am still at heart a Mithrin.
Well, this Candor appreciates a little interfaith communion once in a
Of
while.
course. Hey, it is what we're here for. Being of one religion does not mean or necessitate not being part of another. God knows I've done enough divine intermingling as it is. We all have our specialities.
I've been undecisive about taking up the Raymond's offer of becoming the priest of the valley here, but it's what Jock wants, so hell.
Oh, I don't know. Is it what you want then?
That's the thing. I don't know if I can stand the inevitable heartbreak, but Like you said, it's worth it, I hope. It's been worth it so far.
Oh, there's no reason to believe it won't continue to be worth it. And gods only know how long you would spend worrying about what was and wasn't right if you didn't take him up on it.
You're right. You're right. That settles it then. Like Kendon teaches, make something strong that'll last the test of time. But in our case, I'll settle just for strong.
As I've said, even when someone's life comes to an end, they're still going to be passing the test of time.
True. Maybe Kalira let me pop into the dream once, time's gone by. Say hi now and then.
Kendon will end the dream. Kalira, goddammit, what are you doing?
She'll put a hand. Jack's not a Candor
Ah, I see.
Most
Um,
catfolk aren't, you know.
I suppose that makes sense.
They've got a chapel to Kalira in the castle itself, but dwarves have been here since before they're catfolk at all.
Alright, I'm gonna slowly lean in and then tap finger to nose. I will put in the good word for you. And I will lean back conspiratorially, because I'm pretty sure Kalira would approve of doing that. Just
Adventurers.
the correct amount of fucking with someone.
She just shakes her head. Well, maybe in a couple 100 years I'll have a gods here.
I would be surprised if you haven't already had the gods here. They just often cases don't always need a intervening hand. Will gesture of Voron.
She will pat helmet. Yeah, you've got your little trooper there. I'll have to find Candon in the forge.
Sounds
Thanks for the
about
talk,
right.
Nahia. I think I've
No,
made
it's
up my
fine.
mind.
Sure. Well, whatever your decision is. You've already put in plenty of thought. So if continuing to think about it brings you no closer to an answer and just hurts you, you should just go for whatever is the leading decision. Dive in.
Dive in indeed. Give you a strong clap on the shoulder and open the door again.
And I'll
See her
follow.
walk over to Jacques, whisper something in his ear, and as the party is dispersing to guest rooms, will lead him off.
I hope they do well. And I will dump myself by the fire.
Good stuff. Yeah. The rest of the night passes uneventfully for the party. Able to get a comfortable night's sleep in the castle, or awaking the next day.
Do I get any responses back from my various sendings?
Yeah, indeed, your wives will send back how much they miss you and love you, and the kids are doing great, and they have some very big surprises for you when you get home. So, unfortunately,
Oh.
Cass has probably ruined that surprise.
Oh.
Of course, the Triple M mishaps.
Quote unquote mishaps.
Okay, the Triple M haps.
Triple M baps.
He's gonna have to cast it on Tassie a couple of times if they're all going to match.
Tassie just got even bigger.
Sure.
Leave her alone.
She's literally walking around with an Ursula bra. Like,
While we're in town here, I'll definitely take in the morning. We'll take Tassie out to maybe get some new clothes.
Yeah, that makes sense. They do have a tailor in town who can give you the hookup. We'll try very hard not to comment about the dwarf proportioned elf. Hup. And yeah.
yeah, Ursula is just doing before bed. Ursula just starts practicing drawing some shapes for later.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Unless the party has anything they want to do in town come morning, Jocks will see you off with an extra cake packed up to keep you on the rest of your journey.
Son of a bitch.
Though we can rent a cart here and be down at the port stupidly fast.
Yeah, you can be in the port, let's see, 36. So yeah, it'll be less than a day to more.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a magic circle for Port Morg. We could just be there in the morning if we wanted to.
We do?
Yeah,
You do?
I've got it
We
on my
do?
list.
Where in Morg actually has a circle, though, Savin?
I don't think anywhere does.
That's very weird.
Wait, are you thinking about the fucking cultist circle? Or
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's a fucking cultist one under the Child Mercantile. That's right. It's not really a place on the map, but yeah, there is a Shiovs here.
we literally could have been there like day one.
I mean, yeah, you could, but also that's a basement in Nahia's wife's business. It's kind of weird. But yeah, if you want to use the circle, you can. Presumably, it's still there.
I think at this point it would just be cheaper and not much slower to just rent the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not untrue.
indeed we can, because what's the word again? On a horse. Yeah, half a day.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with on a horse we get 72 fucking miles a day, so
Yep. So yes, indeed. And by mid-afternoon, you arrive at Port Morg. We grab some player tokens. And
gonna grab our own tokens.
They were on this map. I deleted them for the session. Let's see. Cassie, where did you go? Right here, Queens.
Those would
So
be giving
many
poor
people
Tarn
has changed.
dysphoria seeing old Tarn.
And old Hashat too. It was skinny thought Hashat.
Ah.
Small shot.
Small shot. There we go.
Smooth.
Aside from the gigantic cow that cannot fit, the rest of you can
No.
make your way.
Big comfy cow.
Big comfy cow take up a lot of room.
Be thankful I'm not a centaur.
Yeah.
You would be the same
What do you-
size.
Yeah,
It would be the same
what did you
token,
be-
but you'd be such a bigger unit.
She would be a unit of a tar. A unitar, if you will.
I'm a unitar.
There's been
I
too
have
many
to
posts.
pull-
I'm gonna go to bed tonight if you keep this up.
I'd have to pull my own cards behind me.
Man, why can't we
Yeah,
make
but that's the
cats do
thing,
that
Kina.
shit?
You would be,
Sorry, what?
dude, you would be so big and so strong that you could just pull the cart, and we'd be fast as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's racist to make the centaur pull a cart. How dare you? But yes.
But would she be the same size? Because I
It's
think we
Well,
found like the
I mean, if she was a
torso half.
centaur, she wouldn't have been a minotaur to begin with to trigger all the height growth TF. So
Yeah.
she.
No. I mean now.
Yeah,
If you got the centaur cap.
and I guess it depends on the TF. If it's something like Jacquard made, he probably would try not to, inhugenate shot. That seems just inconvenient.
Do it, bitch.
Awesome, but inconvenient.
Please
Oh
don't.
yeah. It would take
No.
only one person to be like, "Come on, look at her. You have the perfect canvas. Create."
I mean, if you want to just give Jacquard carte blanche to create on Hashat, oh boy.
Please no.
Moo.
Come on, coward.
Nay.
Ooh.
Embrace your
and you're-
maximum potential.
I'm terrified of that.
Exactly.
Alchemical
Don't-
transhumanism,
Exactly,
let's go.
Kina. Exactly, Kina. Don't cower behind us for this.
I'm going to die.
No, thank you.
So anyway,
Hey, it's don't worry, and it's getting warmer, so
Well, yeah. But still, it was a big fire and a giant fireplace, and there was food and drink. I was very satisfied.
well, now we're supposed to.
I mean, I can
We
handle this
haven't
myself.
been here in forever.
Yeah.
Shall we go say hi to that first one we met here?
No idea who you're talking about. I'm
The
gonna head.
shy of the seller.
I mean, she was just a merchant seller. There was nothing quote unquote special about her. I was just very friendly with her.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
this is where you met Nahia for the first time again, though.
That is true. It doesn't have to be role played, and I would prefer it won't just because I'm tired. But Nahia will go in to say hello to Novia and tell her about how relationship things with Anaya are working out, which is to say quite well actually.
Yeah, she's stoked. You got big and huge.
It's true. Very big, huge.
Very big, huge. And you found another Mander. Yay.
Yep. They're pretty cool.
And then, yeah, Shot, you can go down and rent a boat to the lighthouse if you want.
Does Tassie want to come with me?
Not particularly, but she'll come with you just
Alright.
because she likes being with you. Like, dealing with dead ancient elf bitch, not really something she's super stoked about.
No, she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to go. I can do this myself.
Saris, however, does want to
yeah,
go.
don't worry.
And, I mean,
What's that, Mars?
I'm just thinking. Trying to remember if this was like the cool old Hobgoblin or if there was another one.
Yeah, this was the Hobgoblin, like, former officer turned painter.
Yes, I think that someone John would want to just go and spend some time with while Hashat is...
Digging up his garden again. All right.
Yeah,
So
well,
really looks like the whole party's just coming along.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Come now, I'm the High Priestess, air quotes, of Graves. I think I probably should. That and she was very friendly and nice.
Probably
Shouldn't
not
have to
even.
do something depressing on your own.
Don't think it's the same Galewind, though.
It isn't, but that doesn't really matter. We are going to go and pick up the remains of the dead, which is all about the memories that we held with one. Even if this one's memories with us were very different, that does not change what we think and feel.
Okay.
What if...
my
have we considered the possibility that with everything that happened, she isn't actually still buried here?
Well, this is where her grave is. I don't know.
I can ask Mari nicely if she has any inkling if this falls enough within her grave wheelhouse to know that there are remains here.
Voron will just kind of tilt his beak towards the gravestone sitting next to the house that you guys left.
Yeah. Is the grave still occupied?
Yeah, the head tilt towards the gravestone is kind of the yes there.
Yeah. All right. Rock and roll. She should
And-
still be there.
Yeah, as you guys kind of step around the side of the lighthouse, you can see through a window there is indeed still this senior citizen goblin who is sleeping at his desk in the middle of the day.
Hold on a
Face
second.
planted.
I'm going to go up to the window. Hey,
Don't give him a
Are
heart
you going to
attack.
scare him?
Excuse me, he's gonna have a heart attack.
I just prepared the emergency kobold.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get the CPR ready.
All right, he does not
That's
just have a
CPR,
heart
that's
attack, but he does start almost out of his chair when the rap at the window comes, and there is just a titanic Minotaurus leering in. Oh, who the hell? I know you.
well, I know you too.
Gets up, comes around the desk, peers at you. God's woman, look at the size of you.
Yeah, things have happened. Some stuff happened while in the last year.
I should say so. One moment. Grab his coat off a hook on the door. Come around here where Tarn is knocking. Yes, I hear you. Just a moment. Comes around, flips open the door. Gods, man, what happened to you?
Oh, dragon magic.
Not gonna explode if someone stabs you too hard, are you?
No, this is old divine work, not alchemy.
Not shitty amateur work. It's good for your survival, I suppose. But please, come in if you can fit through the door. Cool. Make room and kind of pull his rug out of the way so it doesn't get destroyed by Hashat trying to scrape through.
Sorry.
Head sideways. Come on, Hashat.
Yeah.
This is not a particularly big building. Yeah, it is a labor to get a shot inside. I have to kind of stoop.
Maybe I should just stay out.
Yeah, it's
Or talk through the door. Oh, that does seem a bit rude. Sorry for the spook earlier.
That's quite all right. I shouldn't be falling asleep at this hour. That age does something to the time senses. Where's the red salamander? See, you found a blue one. Wait, Nahia, is that you? No, I'm Saris. Hi.
Nahia stayed in the town. She's
No, I'm
Ca-
right here. I lean out the
Oh.
window.
huh?
Hello?
She's quite,
I came. We're all
she's
here.
pretty,
Where the flip?
I was stood right by the grave outside.
Actually, I can't see you on the
I'm
map
like
either.
leaning out of the
dynamic
window,
lighting's
but
still
the
on this
lighting.
map. Lol.
Yeah, there's lighting still on, so I can't be seen.
Oh, right.
That's funny.
I was wondering
That's
because
it.
normally you don't have that on during combat. So my reflex was, we're not in combat. Why is there lighting?
There you go. Okay.
So yeah,
You
leaning
proceed.
on the window. Hi. No, this one here is a new hire, our apprentice. Isn't she precious?
Saris will smile. Gorik will nod. Seems strong enough. Oh, come in. I will put some tea on.
Sure.
Step into the other room. You hear some rattling of pans. Oh, what brings you all back to Port Morgue? Last I heard, you all had saved the Triarchs of Avara. Say good job on that, but, well, at least one of them's trustworthy.
Some personal business for me.
Do tell.
Well, first off, I've been wondering how things are here for you. The haunting didn't come back, did it?
Oh, everything has been quiet, peaceful. No strange dreams or voices. Although, I will say a muse has struck. But we can show you that after tea.
A muse, you say?
well, can you just get a cat then?
Yes. But thank you for the concern. Your skills as monster hunters are beyond reproach, it seems.
Well, it's good to know that you haven't been tormented again. The reason I'm here is to take the occupant of the grave outside to a proper burial place.
Sort of scrunches his brow. What do you mean proper? Is something wrong with the plot outside?
I've return her to her people.
Gods, they're half extinct.
Hmm.
I suppose there's that colony over on the other side of the duchy. Nerame, is it?
Yes, that's where I was intending to bring her.
Here they have one of those tree shaper wizards over there doing some sort of plant sorcery. Well, good luck to him, I say. Never brings back the old glory days of the Elven realm. Such a thing can truly happen. Background, the little tea kettle begins to whistle. Shuffle off to get to that and pour some cups. Oh, yes, if you wish to exhume that elven princess, I won't stop you. Oh, I confess, she's been buried here 1,000 years. Not sure how much of her is going to be left down there.
Even if it's just bones, which it almost certainly would be.
After so long in the dirt, well, there'll be something left, I'm sure.
Just show him the ring.
That would just complicate things.
If you say so.
It seems like you have quite a number of rings already, young lady.
Something of a collector, I guess.
Of women.
Wife collector, yeah.
Well, some things are true no matter which continent you're on, I suppose.
Indeed. You could say that her collections of wives is stable.
Sarah's just face palms. Ursula, that's awful.
But it was funny.
It is funny. But still, I can practically hear the steam coming off of Tassie.
Well, she's so cute when she blushes, though.
Tassie has pulled her veil up all the way to her eyes to conceal the blush.
Can't hide the ears,
It's a
though.
good thing the cell was muted.
I wasn't going to justify it with a reaction.
Well, I've got some shovels out in the shed out back. You can all borrow if you'd like. But first, I was hoping someday you all would come back. I could show this to you. You didn't exactly leave a mailing address. Excuse me, young lady.
Oh, sorry.
Squidge through Hashat and Tassie. Go over to the studio. Oh. There's a rustling over there, and he will return bearing a canvas. We'll set up against the wall here for everyone to see. Once he pulls the little tarp off of it, you can see there is a lovingly rendered painting of all of you. Though several of you look quite different than you did to his recollection.
Oh, wow.
And you're
That's stunning.
fairly sure Tarn was never quite that muscular or dashing. Because he looks almost like Johnny Bravo to the extent that he's been accentuated.
I mean, at this point,
Tarn is jacked and handsome, but this man has gone out of his way to make Tarn look like the absolute hero of the piece.
Okay.
Wow.
That is quite fantastic. And also, look at how small Hashat used to be. I always forget.
I guess, yeah.
Little moo horse. So big now.
I'm all grown up.
So big.
Even back then, you were quite massive compared to most of us.
I was only like 6 feet tall.
Oh no! 6 feet. However,
Just
could
barely
you have
above
lived
manlet level.
at that? Yes, however, could you have justified a powerful height like that? Oh no!
Ursula says stood too close to Hashat, so she's invisible beneath Hashat's tits. Who's saying that? Is that someone too short to be heard?
Yeah, Szooth and Ursula are definitely like displayed in the front of the party because they would be invisible otherwise.
You've done a wonderful job. This is an incredible piece.
Well, thank you. I had to go off memory a bit, but I think I captured most of your former likenesses. I can't do much about Hashat's height, but can add some horns and wings to Lord Tarnavak here.
No,
Give me
I
an
gather.
hour or two.
It's a
Oh,
very
I don't
wonderful.
know about that.
It's a very wonderful painting. Even though some of our friends have changed in appearance, I don't think any of us have changed in essence, but you captured nicely.
Indeed. I wouldn't change a single thing about this. If anything, it is only to show how far we've come since.
Aye. Well put.
Old man blushes
Just looks at the
slightly.
picture.
Hey, that's poor Ursula, who has not changed at all from that
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah. Ursula's fine, and Szooth's not in his mecha, so he basically looks the same. And the other three of you have become
Yeah.
massive.
Slightly thicker.
Yeah,
heads.
Ursula's just covered in more scars now. Yes, you would do me a great honor to take this with you. And up on some heroic castle, I'm sure you've acquired between the then and now.
I mean, I do own an island, and Hashat owns a city.
Well,
Thing is that he wasn't wrong.
there you have it then.
It would be our honor to take it with us.
Absolutely.
We'll make sure to put it somewhere very nice.
Well, you'll have an audience chamber in the future, won't you, Hashat?
I suppose at some point.
Can think of no better place than displayed along there.
Hmm.
Kind of character just reminds me of those anime stuff. Be like high school pictures together, all friends. That you're also comparing to now. That's actually pretty
It's very,
cute.
very nice and touching.
Well, the least I can do
well,
for folks that
might-
saved my life. Here. Wrap it back up in its tarp and tie it up safely. Hand it over
Yeah.
to Nahia and Tarn.
Sure, I've gone out of my way to make sure all of my bags are masterwork to be lighter and weatherproof, so I'll chuck it in mine.
I must say, we did save you. In no small part, Gavrik, you saved me. I've not spoken of this before, not in detail, but when the work you have done here, your paintings, just being able to create something like that, something so beautiful, it is. It gave me a new sense of hope when we met. There is still something worth fighting for, even with all the evil that has been wrought.
There's a grin and steps over and claps your shoulder. And that's the greatest honor of all. There's a lot of evil our folk have done, but perhaps folk like you and me can bring a little bit of beauty back to the world, make up for that scarring our ancestors did.
For a while, at least, it will just be you, friend. The path I intend, Ulf, I hope bring that lesson and that opportunity to all of our people, though it will be a bloody path until that end.
His brow furrows. What, you mean to go back there, don't you? Try and knock over the old empire. That the sort of thing you're planning?
I mean to challenge the Crown Prince, yes.
I'd say it's madness, or would have a year ago, but now look at the lot of you. Well, you look more like a dragon emperor than his children ever did. Channel that charisma, but bring something less full of fire and destruction. Well, maybe you have a chance. That's a big gamble you're taking, though.
Even now, you would not be wrong to call it madness, but I truly believe it needs to be done. Our people are stuck. All self-professed strength of the Empire, it doesn't actually know what it is anymore. If it isn't me, it would be someone else who changes things in their own way. And while some people may think that would mean I can just sit back and wait for it, I have even a gamble. I have a chance, and if I can do it now, then it is better to cauterize the wound in our people's soul, end the suffering of this whole world. Anyone who has the ability to do something like that ought to.
I understand where you're coming from, Morse. But you're not wrong that it'll be a damn bloody path. You wish to change something that old and sprawling as the Empire. Well, you're talking about the same kind of horrors we inflicted on this continent.
That suffering will come one way or another. And I believe there are many others who have started to see its inevitability. Best do it now. Do it while we are. Do it before we condemn ourselves even further with more wickedness and pointless crimes.
Well, I'm sure you've heard now, but I hear the Crown Prince is up in the Isles off Pergola, conquering again. So you're probably right. Won't be long before he, or at best his successor, starts raising hell again. I guess there's wisdom to sending that back at them before they get the chance. I wish you weren't right. Wish there was some other way. Some bloodless path. I'm just an old man too sick of the violence. Now listen to me. They're doing the right thing, I'm sure.
I've thought long and hard. There is no better way I can see. Perhaps if the prince, perhaps if he wished, perhaps if he saw the same way we do, then he might be able to, but...
Oh, if my words could point you on a better path, my actions might be yours could to him, too. Can't hurt but to try, right?
I suppose, but I do not know how I could meet him except on a field already turned to battle.
Well, with your appearance, there's some that would throw the gates wide open for a man like you, Tarnavak. Like I said, you look damn close to the old Emperor. Might have had ash skin like mine, but you've got his fire in the ways that matter. There's a lot of old men like me that remember tales of fire, goblins flying in the sky. I'm sure at least one of them might be close enough to throw open a gate for you. And if not, then, well, could always meet the man in chains. Though, that's an even bigger slice of madness.
Somehow I suspect that if he is so arrogant as to be willing to meet me like that, there's just need to look the traitor in the eye and kill me himself, and I wouldn't, and I don't think I could reach him, but
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. might be the kind of man that carries out the sentence himself, who knows a thing or two about justice. But that's me being an optimist. I've never met the man. Couldn't tell you more than he's a warrior born. Like you.
Look at you again. Showing me just once more a different path there might be.
The old man spreads his hands. What good's a man of my age but to dispense wisdom? All I'm good for is painting worlds. It's up to you to create them.
Don't say it like that. It's men like you who show men like me what we ought to be creating.
I'm just setting out the canvas. You've got the end goal in mind. You can see it clear as day. All I can do is, I don't know. Where the hell is this analogy going? What I mean to say is, I can present options and wisdom, but you, young and full of fire, you're the one who has to decide, make the risks. And it would be a risk. But maybe you won't have to paint that canvas red. Gods know we hobgoblins have shed enough blood in our lifetimes.
Aye. And shedding our own wound. It wouldn't undo any of it.
Oh. More violence never makes up for old violence. But then again, when a limb gets frostbitten, you do gotta cut it off. Lest it rot the rest. So, in the end, I don't know that there is a right answer, but all I can do is pray. Pray and paint.
No, you say it in such a way.
I have to mostly be in the bathroom, but you realize not every artist is depressed, right?
He's not depressed, he just understands he's the old man here. His days of changing the world are done. It's time to set Moadib free.
Should just be optimistically hopeful instead. Tarnavak is very strong and smart.
Oh, I've got every confidence. Tarn will be triumphant. Just a question of, well, if he can find a way to make that triumph bloodless, or shed as little as is possible. Could be it's impossible. But you're right. Optimism's all we got.
Oh, and thank you for the tea. It was delicious.
You're quite welcome. Now, before we philosophize ourselves in circles, let's say I find those shovels for you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Give Tarn another big squeeze on the shoulder, and then, yeah, he'll step outside to the shed behind the lighthouse and
Oh.
bring out a couple spades.
Well, no wonder. Forgot to turn on the mic.
So, yes, you are able to exhume the grave, so desire.
Yes, I will. I'll make use of my what spell? What cantrip? The cantrip I had. Mold earth to pull the grave up in a couple of chunks, and lift the whatever remains are inside out, and then just kind of move the dirt back into the hole.
Yeah. So you can sort of till it until, indeed, after a few moments, the ancient remains of a skeleton will emerge. It's not a complete body, and it's been shattered quite gruesomely in several places, but it is certainly an elven female.
Is there a finger at on the hand? Are the
Yeah.
hands still intact? Well, if the hands are still more or less intact, Hashat will take the ring of elven comfort from her pocket and will slide it onto one of the hands. You probably can't hear me, and you don't even know me, but I know you from that place in between. You gave me this as a gift to help me in my quest to. You said it was something a ruler was supposed to have or should have, and you entrusted it to me. I took what was necessary, what it represented, and so I will give this heirloom of yours back. Well, I'm going to put you to right. I'll lay you to rest with your people, where you belong. I guess I'll gather up the bones. Make sure not to miss any pieces.
Ursula will help Hashat get the small pieces because there's smaller fingers than Hashat.
Yeah, thanks.
you are able to collect the remains of Princess Galewood. Yorick will make the sign of Agaresh's flame, bow his head. Gods rest you, lady. May you find more peace with your own kin.
She is going to a Starwood. She was very excited to hear about the Starwood.
Well, I hear those trees are truly magical. Perhaps that'll find some peace for her soul.
I'm sure it will.
All right. I guess let's not tarry too long. Thank you for the tea and the painting and your company. I guess I'll just carry that cloak full of bones and go back to the boat.
Everyone tipping the tea man.
Yeah.
Yes. To have the remains and finish your teas, Yorick will give you all a wave off. Let you stop back anytime you wish. Turn to his work. You can take the boat back to Morgs. Or, I suppose, if you'd prefer, just teleport right away, though I imagine he'd prefer you not to destroy the rest of his garden.
Yeah, no, we'll do that. We'll go out of town, and I think by now the Narame circle is fine. Would be working.
Is it?
They
as
were
far-
supposed to have it up and running by now, I think.
Yeah.
Did you have the
This-
code for it?
I did have it. I do have it written down. It just said that it won't be. It says not. It just says not finished next to it.
If you have the code, indeed it is finished come the end of winter. So, if you'd like, you can indeed teleport on.
Yeah.
Find tokens once again.
As soon as Szooth shows up, a lot of fucking elven women just rolls themselves at his legs,
Well, I got his
prostrate and
pouch.
stuff. I'm sorry. Did somebody roll a fucking nat 20 on sexual performance last time for all of them? Yes,
I
that
don't
was Szooth.
recall. I literally
Yes,
don't remember because that was a party that we had that the shot does not remember.
Yeah, but Szooth did, so that's why the elven women literally will never be satisfied ever again, except by him.
All right, yeah. You said those words specifically. I remember the luck.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
However, you do not just teleport into the middle of town, as it were. You will be teleporting into the manor of the town's noble lady, who I don't think any of you have actually met before.
No.
Indeed.
Oh, that's unfortunate for them.
Indeed,
You know,
but we'll probably touch on that next session. I think that's pretty decent. Place to
people
end it off.
people always say you should have warned me that you were coming. It's just like, oh yeah, great. I'm just going to do a sending to someone I don't know. Every single time this happens, it's just like, oh, they just expect you to know who they are.
Mhm.
Hopefully, we don't, cause a scene when we get there.
And aren't you super
I'm
cute?
sorry. Yeah, we don't cause a scene. We teleport a ginormous fucking minotaur, a ginormous salamander, several salamanders, a hobgoblin, a dwarf, a kobold in a mecha suit, and a goddamn elf with big tits.
Kind of fair. We don't really make the scene so much as we are the scene.
Exactly. We're not even a scene. Where's the fuck? We're the fucking play.
Well. Oh shit! It's already 10.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we stopping it. And
I
we're so fucking.
continue to lose my grip on time.
Mhm.
Yeah. By the way, everyone can go ahead and mark inspiration.
Yay!
And yeah, let's do dat XP dough.
TCL, we don't cause a scene. We cause Lord of the Rings extended trilogy version.
Yeah, that's accurate, to be honest.
Considering that we're on session, 125? Something. It's in the 120s, I think.
I feel like I
Or
must
has it
have
hit the
missed noting
30s?
a session. This is my YouTube says this is 126. My notes say it's 124.
Oh,
So,
fuck, I was
question mark,
so
question mark.
right there.
Oh, whatever.
I was being impressively close to stuff wrong, yes.
It was. Yeah.
So 6 to, let's see. 7. Yeah, it's just the 7th. All right. Did you explore an interesting location for the first time? Well, actually,
No.
yeah. You guys saw the Almer's
Yeah, we saw the tree.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Rainbow Castle?
I'm pretty sure we've been there.
No, we've never been. We drove past it, remember? Cass was on the wagon and be like, hey, there's Raven's Castle. Oh, there it goes. I remember that session. Don't worry.
I do remember events being as such. I at least remember, I think. I do remember with. Wait, no. No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Can I cooperate?
All right. Did you discover an interesting truth about the world?
Yes. The existence of the young Ironclad.
Yeah. Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
I don't think our
Lapisa?
state has changed anywhere.
Not particularly.
Well, Laprisa?
Nah, you'll need to see her again before that really becomes an ally. Especially
We're
since
nice.
Sarah's made her
We're
feel so
happy
bad.
acquaintance. Yeah, we're happy acquaintances.
Did you advance or complete a quest?
Yeah, Galewind quest.
Yeah. Did you discover a new page in a companion story? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time to do a biggie thank.
Yep.
So 4 XP, everybody.
4, 5, 9.
The EXP stacketh.
Yeah.
Wait,
you are.
did you say you were on 459 the scale?
Uh-huh.
You guys
Yes.
actually had a 2 XP session. I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, we had a 2 XP session.
125 sessions of 3 or more. You blow the streak.
Yes.
See, you step away for a week and it all just goes downhill.
It is true.
Fucking, it was just a session full of full of fucking faff.
God.
I'm
Is there
sorry.
actually a
I'm
single
sorry,
2 XP? Okay, no, there has been one other 2 XP session back on 29. So it was almost 100 session streak though.
Yeah, and I will say this, is the fact that my character has a 9 intelligence. I can't do the whole advanced philosophical and, magical research shit, scholarly lore that you can.
I mean, apparently you can miss accidentally a demon. Or, well, almost accidentally a demon.
Okay, that wouldn't have been, it would have been accidental. It wouldn't have been accidental if somebody didn't give me magical fucking stones. Or if somebody didn't take my stones in the first fucking place.
That was a misclick. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in a few days for 4E. Till then, adios.